But there's nothing that Steph Curry can do physically, like on a basketball court, that James Harden, Paul George, Dame Lillard can't do.
So what are you trying to say? Is my question.
My whole point being, and then we're relating it back to Floyd Mayweather.
No. I really want to hear your whole point about Steph.
My point about Steph is cold, but Steph is not dunking on those 7-footers, bro.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the whole tool bag,
the entire
tool bag,
yes,
that makes you
an
elite all-world player.
Yes.
It's being able to score on the perimeter.
Yes.
Be able to play defense perimeter.
Yes.
Or just play defense. Play the defense that pertains to your position.
Yeah. Because if we start talking about play defense overall, then we eliminate Steph out of this whole conversation. Because Steph is limited to only playing guards, whereas Paul George and Harden can play defense on all four.
I don't want to hear the stupid bullshit ass that about James Harden plays the passing lanes. He has the most steals.
Well, no, I'm talking about
James Harden takes plays off on defense.
James Harden plays.
It's documented. We've seen this nigga take.
It's
plays
also
off.
documented that he plays all 5 positions on the court on defense.
All right, so
literally.
But the other piece is he's 6'5". So you want Steph to get down there and guard a 7-footer in the paint?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying James Harden has done it for 8 years.
He has not. James Harden very rarely holds centers.
Do you watch the Rockets play basketball?
I watch.
So you telling me
I watched them when they played teams with trash centers?
He holds Embiid when they played Embiid. He plays Embiid. The Rockets' whole defense was predicated upon we switch everything. Everybody gets. That's why Clint Capella got kicked off. It's like, why we got to have you on the court?
I've also seen James Harden loaf his ass over on the switch. What I'm saying is this.
James Harden.
We've seen. Don't sit here and act like you have never seen James Harden. Don't sit here and act like James Harden did 100% on defense.
Okay, so
every game.
So that what by your standard of what you're saying, James Harden takes off plays. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, he took off plays.
And so what I'm saying is him taking off plays. The year they highlighted that he was taking off plays, that same year he had the exact same stats as Giannis, who won Defensive MVP that year.
Who said I was big on Giannis?
But I'm saying he was number 2 or number 1 for the Defensive MVP that year, and he had the same amount of steals, same amount of blocks, same amount of deflections as Harden. So
that's fine.
But what I'm saying is, if you're saying that if he that bad on defense, but he still is as good as one of the best perimeter inside defensive players in the league. The guy who won back-to-back MVPs. So how cold is Harden really on defense?
But who is Harden really holding versus who Giannis is really holding?
They play in the same league. What you mean?
What you mean?
They play in the same NBA.
They're not holding the same players.
There's
some players.
You're right.
There's some players that Giannis is gonna defend that James Harden is not going to defend. Sometimes I saw the rotations will be James Harden rotating on the weakest player on the court.
James, that's what I'm saying. When they had James Harden, bro, the Rockets switched everything. So that means James Harden was stuck on centers with frequency. In fact, statistically speaking, they said James Harden had the best post defense in the league 3 years straight because he got low center of gravity. He was playing against centers. If they try to turn on him, he steal it, and he was too strong to move. Like, this is fact. Like, the media, once again.
Name me five cold ass centers that's dominating right now. Get to me. Name 5.
Embiid.
Okay.
Gobert.
Okay.
Who? Rudy Gobert.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Who? Rudy Gobert.
What does he dominate at?
At defense.
Offensively, what does he do?
He's like 15 a game.
Yeah. All right. Next.
But he dominates something. You said dominate. Next. You say where? Okay. Let's go to Sabonis.
Who?
Sabonis.
Who?
He just had 32.
Is this Cedric Sabonis' son?
No, not Cedric. He's about Sabalos.
Sabalos, yeah.
No, our Sabonis just played for the Portland.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't know who he is. Who next?
Okay. He's an all-star this year, by the way. Vujicic.
I don't know what it is.
Bobacek, he's in Chicago now. He's in Orlando. All-star this year too.
Okay, Chicago trash too. Right. Orlando was trash the year before that too.
Who was the center? Wiseman. No, he played for Golden State. He got hurt. Number 2 draft pick.
This is what I'm trying to say.
I'm naming centers.
This is what I'm trying to say.
What?
You can't say that Harden has an all-around better game than Steph simply because Harden.
You putting words.
No, I'm not, because that's what you said. No, because you were trying to say Steph doesn't have the entire tool bag.
What I said was,
and I don't know. No. I'm telling you what you said.
I must clarify what I said.
You're saying that Steph doesn't have the entire tool bag because he doesn't dunk on 7-footers.
I said,
but James Harden can.
I said
you said he can't, but James Harden can.
Yes.
90% of the time, James Harden ain't dunking on people when he go to the rack. James Harden is going to the rack trying to draw the foul, or he's making the layup.
James Harden and Steph Curry are both great players. James Harden and Steph Curry both have extremely great skill sets. James Harden can shoot the ball comparably as well as Steph. Steph's a better shooter, but James Harden is not far behind Steph. So you're talking about, 95 to 85.
Whatever, I give you that.
Getting to the rack and putting the ball over the top of 7-footer, 6'10", Steph Curry ain't even in that conversation.
I don't think that's a true statement, but all right.
Steph Curry is not getting it on a 1-2 and putting it on somebody's head. That's just not what he does. That's not taking nothing from his game. I'm just saying that's not what he does. That's not what he's capable of doing.
So you're saying that makes James Harden a better all-around player?
No, I'm saying that I'm saying that James Harden has everything that Steph has, as well as this extra piece. How can I have a whole extra piece to my game, but you still saying, well, no, I'm better than you? I got a whole extra piece to my game, but you don't have.
But I think Steph has an extra piece to his game that James doesn't have.
What's that?
The fact that he really can hit from anywhere on the court.
So can James. Did you not watch the Rockets, man, for the last?
And so that's what I don't understand what you're arguing. So you're saying simply because James Harden can dunk on a 7-footer with ease or regularly, and you're saying Steph is too small to dunk on a 7-footer.
Yes.
But he's not too small to finish at the rack. We've seen Steph finish at the rack.
I agree, but I'm saying
Steph can finish at the rack with the best of them in the NBA. He just doesn't have to because you got to guard him once he crosses half court.
Is Steph a top 10 finisher at the rim? I don't think so.
I think he is. I think Steph is just as good of a finisher at the rim as Kyrie.
No,
the difference is the difference. I said just as good. I didn't say it was better.
He's not just as good as Kyrie.
Kyrie, Steph, Dame Lillard, they all finish at the rim.
That's what I'm saying. Even Dame, bro, when Dame gets his 1 foot in the paint, we're not talking about layups no more, man. We're not talking about how he gonna lay it up. We're talking about how he gonna put it over his head. We're talking about dunking on people. We're talking about.
So let me ask you a question.
And one.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
We all know Steph can dunk.
He could dunk like
This is a guy who had 2 fucked up ankles for how long?
His whole career.
So why the fuck am I finna be dunking on niggas when I can finish at the rack or I can pull up for 3? So the problem isn't that he can't finish when he needs to go into to the rack. He can finish going to the rack just as good as anybody else.
Yeah.
Half the time James Harden badly jumping going towards the rack because he's getting fouled. Or he's trying to draw the foul. Or he's Euro stepping. James ain't just coming down LeBron and them niggas.
But he has and he will.
James Harden ain't just coming to the rack like he LeBron or D Wade.
Bruh.
He's not
hold on. Bruh. A couple years ago, James Harden dunked the ball so hard and so viciously in the middle of a game that the referees thought he missed the dunk. The dunk went in so hard that it went in the net and popped out and popped up and hit him in the shoulder to the point where he got a check and his coach got a check because they were like, they didn't count the basket.
So let me ask you a question.
That's not happening with Steph,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is he finishing like that every game?
If he wanted to.
Is he finishing like that every game?
I would say.
Is he finishing like that every game?
Is he dunking hard like that every game?
Is he finishing like that every game?
In his 11th year, no.
All right, then. So why are you tripping because Steph don't dunk on niggas in every game?
I'm saying that Steph ain't.
I'm pretty sure if Steph really wanted to just monkey gorilla dunk on somebody, he can.
Who on that Steph Curry? No, he can't, bro. Stop caping for Curry, man. Curry
I don't even like Steph.
Curry is a great shooter, man, but he's not the athlete that James Harden, Paul George, Dame. He's not in that type of athlete.
But so what are you trying to say?
I'm just not.
So you trying to say that all those guys are better than Steph?
No, I'm not taking nothing from that game.
I don't understand. I don't even understand your whole purpose of the conversation.
Okay, watch this. So you got Joe Montana and you got Patrick Mahomes, right?
Okay.
These are 2 good quarterbacks.
Two great quarterbacks.
Two great quarterbacks.
Hall of Fame caliber quarterbacks.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
One is in the Hall of Fame and one is trying to get there.
Yeah, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, right?
Correct.
But if I have one play, just one play, or one series to go, I might pick Patrick Mahomes over Montana because. But the reason why he says, because like Montana cold as fuck and he cerebral as hell. But you know that these extra tools, that footwork, that speed, them other things that he has, it's like, ooh.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
We just saw this.
What?
All that extra tool bag and footwork and all that shit he just had.
Yeah.
The guy who plays similar to Montana beat his ass last season.
But he ain't a lie, man.
No. Don't throw no caveats in it.
That's the truth, man.
We're not talking about the rest of the team. We're talking about just the quarterback.
Okay, so at quarterback this past Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes might have hit 4 or 5 guys in the face with the ball, and they dropped it.
Randall Cunningham had a whole season about that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So what I'm saying is that because Brady's guys caught the ball, whereas Mahomes' guys dropped the ball, that's the game. It's not really on the defensive end, or it was
more to it than that. But
that was a huge factor.
It was more to it than that.
They had way more drops.
What does that have to do with what you just said?
What I'm saying is, if my job is to throw the ball and your job is to catch the ball,
ball.
Now you
caping for Mahomes, bro. That's not the question you posed.
What?
The question you posed was, if I got to pick between Montana and Mahomes, and I got to get one play. I might go with Mahomes.
Yeah, I might go Mahomes
because of the skill set is what you're saying is better. But what I'm saying is, you can have all the footwork in the world, the strongest arm in the world.
Yeah.
Cats like Tom Brady, quarterbacks like Joe Montana. They're more. I would go with them right now. They're more cerebral. I'm not saying that Pat Mahomes can't get there. Pat Mahomes is a stupid athlete, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
He can do stupid shit with a football.
Exactly. So that's outer worldly stuff, the stuff that you can't coach, that you can't put on paper, like you can't put.
So what about what about the outer worldly stuff that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Joe Montana could do? You can't blitz. You can't blitz Tom Brady.
You can't blitz him, no. But you can. That's the whole look. The game plan against Brady and Manning was like, okay, if we get them off their square, we got a chance because they can't move.
I get that, and you're correct. They can't move.
Yeah,
Brady don't like to get hit. Once you start hitting Tom Brady, get frustrated.
Exactly. So, but
ball is out in 2 seconds.
But what I'm saying is, what's the game plan against Mahomes?
What's the game plan against Brady?
I'm asking you, but you already said the
he
game
can
plan.
read any defense,
but
bro.
You just said you have a game.
There's
plan.
no defense that Tom Brady has not seen.
Okay, well, what's the game plan against Mahomes?
You got to stop him. You got to slow him down.
Exactly.
You got to blitz him. You got
to blitz him. So you're going to blitz him running quarterback?
They just did.
You heard it? You heard what Siri said, man? On that note, maybe in a conversation, man.
No, we're not. Because
Siri
they just
told you. I'm not sure. Could you ask it a different way?
But
you can't.
JB, this is the end to your argument. What? Literally, you can go watch the past Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And see how you blitz a running quarterback.
Man,
you can see how you put pressure on a running quarterback.
So you telling me
that's all I'm saying.
You telling me that last Super Bowl that he wasn't hitting guys in the chest and they was dropping the balls when they were getting blitzed?
What was the score?
See, you don't want to say that part.
We know that there were like 4 or 5 passes that should have been caught that were dropped.
That were game changing catches.
We also know
what
that there were like 4 or 5 bad calls.
So, but with
that being said, it's a part of the game, right? Because when
drops ain't part of the game, bro.
Well, it's football. How are they not a part of the game?
Because if your job is to catch the ball and my job is to throw the ball, and I throw the ball and I hit you in your chest and you drop it, man, then you can't point at me and say that you beat me because you ain't beat me. My team failed me, man. But you ain't beat me because you blitzed me. You beat me because shit, my team they failed me, man.
So if that's the case, James Harden can say, I lost a championship because my team failed me.
Yes.
Because the guys who were supposed to hit 3-pointers didn't hit it.
100.
But that's not how it goes.
145%.
But that's not how it goes. It's more than
bro.
just one facet to the game.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the thing I think people get messed up with the media and with the sensationalism, bro. Like if James Harden had 30 points that game, right? historically, what happened with his team has never, ever happened in the history of basketball. Like, never, ever happened.
What?
Nobody's ever gone 0-25, bro.
What you mean?
Shooting, the third quarter, the team went 0-25.
So, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, are you saying that Golden State Warriors should have an asterisk by their championship?
I'm not taking nothing from Golden State.
So there's no argument.
The argument is
there is no argument.
Yes, it is.
Hold on.
It's 100 years back, and none of these events
I just think
have ever taken place.
All of that shit is a part of the climate of the game. Man, let's start the show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got a song, man. You know what I'm saying?
We 15 minutes in.
We 15.
It ain't your time. It ain't your turn to play the song.
You played the song last week, man.
No, you did actually.
You know, I made a playlist, man.
No, you played the song last time.
What I played?
I'm deleting this shit out.
It's you gonna delete Gucci?
You don't like Gucci?
I don't, but it's a mama song, so you know.
Mama, tell me please, why they wanna be my enemy? I'm not wrong, I swear I'm not
Big
wrong.
Gucci.
All they wanna do is see me fall. Mama, oh.
Should know about that, man.
Mama, tell me please, why they wanna be my enemy?
Rolling crib blue, but I'm not a loco. Paint my Bentley suit, woo. Gucci keep a pistol. A nigga came through cut, but the nigga missed though. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, Gucci getting low. Bop, 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 bop. Gucci bustin' back though. Rock, 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 rock. Shooting that L Chapo. Nigga had the nerve to try to kill a head hunter. What make a young nigga feel that much?
Gucci.
Mama, tell me please, why they wanna be my enemy?
I had to hit with the big Gucci, man. For Mama's
I'll let
Day.
you make it with Gucci.
For the Mama's Day, man. Hit him with a couple of them.
We just spent
air
15 minutes on a player I don't even like.
I don't like him. I mean, much props to all of them guys in the NBA, man, because these guys are doing something that they either like to do or they're good at, and you know, to make it transparent, I'm never arguing against anybody's skill set. Sometimes I might be like so and so is garbage, but for the most part, we're just arguing about who's better at the best. Like, I know all these guys are great, you know what I mean, but we're just saying, well, his greatness is great A and his greatness is great B, but they're still both great. And Steph Curry ain't dunking on nobody.
So by your logic, LeBron better than James Harden.
How?
By your logic, he's better than James Harden.
What does he do at LeBron? What does LeBron do that James Harden can't on the basketball skill wise?
Finish on everybody. Guard 1 through 5.
LeBron
ball.
don't hold 5s and 4s, but keep going.
Yes, he do.
Who?
I've
When?
seen him do it. He has.
So you telling me you seen, now watch this logic. You seen Cleveland, LA, which is on TV less than the Rockets in Houston. And you seen LeBron play 4 and 5, but you ain't seen the Houston Rockets who literally traded their center away so they can play small ball. And you say you ain't seen James Harden hold all 5 positions?
Nope.
Shots, man. Shots fired, man. Shots fired.
Don't be coming in with them whack ass gunshots.
Oh, you want to hit something? You want something big like that? Or can't you?
You gotta practice the sounds when we not recording.
Oh,
bro.
okay, how about? Is that better for you?
That's correct.
It's a desert E, man. You know. But anyway, yeah, man, you know. I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah, man. I'm not going to talk about LeBron James, man, because he's having enough problems right now with him, you know, trying to curb the narrative of why they finna lose and not go to the championship. Oh, I'm never going to be 100%, man. You know, I hurt my ankle, man. And just playing tournament is stupid. I don't know who thought about that dumbass shit.
Oh, they got to go to the play-in tournament?
Yeah, they in the 7th place right now. They might end up playing Golden State in the first round.
Oh, shit. Man.
Mm.
Oh, shit. You are now listening to H-Town Podcasting Royalty. You got 2 kings in this bitch from the south side of H-Town. One from the Trey, one from the Clark. It's your boy AR Dub, Gun James Boogie Bin Laden. And this is 16 Shots Podcast. What's going down, man? Episode 25 in this bitch.
25 in the live, man. So it's Mother's Day weekend, and I took the easy way out and just made sure that, the people, the women, at this age, man, how do you not know a bunch of mamas? Like, it's hard to really just, because everybody knows a mama to begin with. And then it's like, I can't be going broke because y'all told me to go broke, man. And then on top of that, it's like, man, I don't want somebody to think, oh, you got her this and didn't get me this, or you got your mama that. And you know what, just, man, look, we understand this is marketing to me because it's understood that there's nothing you can do that's good enough for your mother. You know what I'm saying? There's no amount of money, no car you can buy, no house, no, third world country you can buy that's good enough to thank your parents, your mom for giving birth to you. So all these trinkets are really just, it's like pissing on a well, or tic-tac-toe a well.
Damn, you are the only person who can piss in the Cheerios of Mother's Day.
What you mean? I'm just, it's true, man. It's like, and then it's like, why?
Who hurt you?
No, like if I have to put it into the simplest sentence, like it's like I'll buy things for my mother on Tuesday, December 1st, or Sunday, October the 15th, or January 4th.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a day to tell you to honor your mother.
Yeah, I don't need a day, and I don't need the pressure of like, if I don't do it on this day, then obviously you're a bad person because you didn't do it this day.
Obviously you are a bad person.
You know what I'm saying? Because the whole world decided without telling you or without asking you if that's what you wanted to do, that this is the day that you have to show your appreciation.
Is there anything you really like? Or do you really just like going left so much that
left?
Well, I'm not saying that your take is left, but I feel like you just
I'm just left.
You don't want to stand in line sometimes.
Why I gotta stand in line, bro?
You take the metaphor of eye color outside the lines too fucking serious. I am a colorer of outside of the lines, but you know what? Sometimes I stand in line.
You are so gonna fail.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
I'm gonna fail because of that.
Yes, man. Because
I'm gonna fail because I like the color inside the line sometimes.
Because the look,
like I don't have to always go against the grain.
Oh, I'm about to go, brother. You know what I'm saying? Abdul Rahib Shamar Akur XYZ on you. You see, brother, who created the coloring book for you to write inside those lines. Those lines are written to keep you in a box because the man doesn't want you to exceed the lines, the proverbial lines to draw into when all of the real coloring space is outside the line.
Say, man, what you got on the docket for topic number 1, man?
You don't want to talk about that, man.
We're not doing this today.
All the actual coloring space, the good space is outside the line. They want you good Negroes to color inside the line.
You know what? Sometimes when I grab the coloring book
and
it's a superhero coloring book,
I
want to color inside the lines because I want to make my Superman the color I want him to be, not the color they want me to make him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But to do that, I still got to color inside the lines.
But they want you just to have but see, me, what I do.
Topic number 1. We're not doing this today.
I color the whole entire thing, my color, and then I decide, you know what? I'm going to make the Superman whatever the hell he wants to be.
You're right. I'm not that welcome. Sleep.
So, shoe heads, man. Shoe heads take shoes too seriously.
I glanced at it. Sound like you finna spew some hate.
I'm just saying, like, you ever went somewhere and you got a pair of shoes on, and then you like the shoes, that's why you bought them, or somebody gave you the shoes, however it goes. The shoes they matched your outfit, you rented her, whatever, however.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a shoe head gets to you and it's like, oh man, those are the XYZ number 4s. I'm like, I think so. I like the color. Oh man, that color sway. And they start going into the shoes and like, look, man, I just bought a pair of shoes to walk in or to hoop in, you know, and it takes it so serious to the point where like, oh man, you should let me have it, man. So I'll get them and I'll put them in this there and I put the dilation on them, man, and get the color sway and make sure I'm like, nah, bro, it's not that serious. It is some shoes. Man.
It is to them if that's their thing. If they're sneakerheads and they love sneakers.
Yeah, man. I think they take it too serious.
I'm somewhat of a sneakerhead. I have special boxes for my sneakers to go in.
Oh, hold on, what's that? What?
I have special boxes for my shoes to go in.
So you got a box.
It's almost like I thought about throwing them in the studio too, bro. And it's almost like a display type situation.
I agree.
Cause like 90% of them I don't even wear.
That's what I'm saying.
I got them like kind of trophies just to have them.
And I feel that I'm like, so like I have a hat trophy wall type situation.
So sneakerheads. So you're a hat. You're a hat guy because you can take your hat and you can tell me exactly what was going on when you bought it and how you feel about it. And,
but if I see you with a
and
hat,
then you be like, man, I got X, Y, and Z hats too, bro.
No, but if I see you with a hat out, I'll be like, oh, it's a throw so and so. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh man, it's a special, it's a limited edition number 75-4. Man, that's the one Michael Jordan wear when I'm like, come on, bro, man, it's just a hat. It's a nice hat.
Man, it's a whole culture behind like shoe culture, bro. It's a whole $1 billion business behind it.
Yeah. So
don't hate because you're just not into the sneakers, bro. It's the same way. Car guys are the same way.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. And that's what it led
so
me to.
What are you passionate about?
A bunch of things, but that's what led me to the whole first subject. That was the opening to ask you, like, what job has the employees who take their jobs too seriously?
What job? Yeah,
what jobs have you voted, or do you frequent, or have you ever been to like, you know what, you're taking this too seriously, man. You've gone beyond to where your job, you're doing too much. You're being extra, you know.
You probably can say that about any industry, though.
I do. Tell me. You.
I mean, you said it about the nigga at McDonald's who takes, the lady at Popeyes who takes her job too seriously. Well, she don't want to let you sub out the chicken breast for chicken wings.
Shit, what?
So don't want to let you sub out the chicken breast for chicken wings. Like, you might not eat chicken breast. Hey, man, let me get, my little 12-piece wings and thighs.
And they say they can't give you wings.
We can't do that. It's against company policy.
They got company policies against giving pieces of chicken out.
Apparently, in Fifth Ward, they do.
So you telling me that if I say I got these big pieces of chicken and I can't give you the smaller pieces, you have to take the big piece of chicken?
They told me I couldn't break up the order of the whatever.
Man, we should boycott them, man.
But it's just not them. I mean, you can go any industry. Some people might take their job too seriously, but to you, all right. What is your viewpoint from being like the visitor of the business or being an employee who says, you know what, man, my coworker take his job way too serious?
Okay, all of the above. Well, let's start with the employee. Like, okay, so you ever been to UPS or FedEx or whatever, right? And,
sure.
And you want to send something, right?
Yeah.
You're at most of the time, 85 to 90% of the people that come to any job to do something are novices, right? If I'm coming to buy something from you, I'm not an expert. I'm a novice. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, or I don't have professional grade level intelligence on this subject, right?
Okay.
So you can go to UPS, you're like, yeah, I want to send this or I want to do this, right? And like, what kind of box you got? I don't know, a boxy box. I just want a box, you know what I'm saying? We got your 17-inch boxes, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be putting no 13 inches and 17 inches because the 17 inches, they be like, they go into complete detail about this thing. Like, bro, I just want a box,
because they're
man.
Educating you on how you
I don't
need to ship your
fucking
product.
know about the educate, man. Look,
but you should know.
I came here to put this thing. I'm paying money because I could easily do this the other way where I can just go buy a box, wrap it up myself, and I can do it the manual way. I didn't come here to get your education on boxes. I just came to give you something. You put it in the box and send it off. That's why I'm paying the extra $20 that y'all charging me for this transaction.
They have to tell you how it's going to ship. No. If you're shipping a camera, their job is to say, all right, well, this is the box you're going to need to ship this camera.
That's one thing. Right. But then I come with my box and they be like, oh, man, you got one of them 13 and a half by quarters, man. Look at that. That's carbon fiber, man. You can't be using the carbon fiber, man.
I feel like now you're being extra.
I'm not being extra. You
explain to me the exact moment where something like this happened.
This has happened to me in every aspect of my life when I go places and I just want to do something simple, and the person that's been working back there, either just got a promotion or trying to get promotion, or is the assistant manager, and they're always too extra. Any assistant manager in every industry is the most extra person.
I've seen you in action though.
You've
like
never seen
you are the definition of doing too much.
Name one time I did too much.
Every time you do the time you drove a car through a drive-through backwards
But
is way too much.
I wasn't working though.
But you were the guest. So that worker probably said, "Hey man, this nigga drove his car backwards through the drive-through and hit a pole. Man, he doing too much, man. This nigga extra."
Hey man, look.
Being extra.
What I'm saying is that at the end of the day,
were you or were you not being extra?
Well, we're not. See, you
no, because
you're the king of changing the narrative.
I'm not changing the narrative.
The question was, what job has the employees? What job has employees who take their job too seriously, and that transferred into being extra? Once again, we're talking about like security guards.
Well, of course, security guards take their job too seriously.
Like crossing guards.
Security guards think they're the police. And they're not.
Exactly.
They take their job. The police take their job too serious sometimes.
They a lot of times, well, your back tail light's not out, but it's flickering. And I just want to give you a warning that if it flickers more than 25 times, I have to give just taking it to we can't just do.
But how do you know that person isn't just passionate about what they do?
That's what I'm saying. And I think that a lot of times with anything, we convert our passion for something to how we feel about it, and want to transfer that on other people. Like, everybody don't like rap music. Everybody don't like, basketball, football, soccer, tennis, whatever. I'm not going to have a impassionate, view about something and get mad at you because you're not impassionate. Like, okay, you're a novice. So our conversation about this thing, whether it be tennis shoes or hats or security or, the McDuffel bag, whatever they got, the new sandwich. I don't even know the particulars of the sandwich, man. Look. What y'all got new? Oh man, great man. We got the new McDuffel sandwich, man. It has 45% protein. It's not like
Talk about. If you're in a restaurant or a place of business and you're asking them what do they have new that they serve or sell, they're gonna tell you what they have new, and they're probably gonna tell you about it because it's new, because you don't know about it. You're inquiring about it. So how are they being extra?
Because man,
you walk into a t-shirt shop and you're like, "Hey man, what kind of new shirts y'all got?"
Yeah.
And they got this new liquid cotton collar shirt they just got in.
Yeah.
And the guy gets excited and he starts telling you about it and a breakdown of what's in it and how it feels and how it stretches.
And then he starts telling me about, the last 4 models before this and how much they sold and why they, there's one thing to give me information. It's another thing to give me all your personal opinions about the information that you're giving me as you're giving it to me.
Bro, you weird, bro.
No, I just want to.
I mean, it's not gonna bother me anyway. I'm gonna be like, hey man, that's great, bro. Let me try one on.
I like when I go to places to buy things or to purchase products. I just want to purchase the product. I don't want a history on the product. I don't want the etymology of how this product came to pass.
So you're not interested in what you're buying. You just want to buy it.
I know what I'm buying.
No.
Yeah, I don't go there like. I don't walk into a store and be like, oh, I'm going to buy something. Hey, man, what's this? Yeah, I know what I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy a pair of tennis shoes. I'm going to buy a hat. I'm going to buy food.
No. So you can say I'm going to go buy a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But you haven't decided on what pair of shoes you're going to buy.
Exactly.
And when you get to the store, you get an education on the latest shoe that came out and how it can help you perform better on the basketball court. You're saying you don't want to hear about the new technology of this shoe. I just want to try the shoe on. If I like it, I like it.
Exactly. You
don't care about what you don't care about knowing what you're buying.
No, it's not that.
You just know you want to buy something.
I'm saying that also 85% of the time when people give you all this extra stuff, it's not from an actual working situation of what they've actually tried. It's what they've heard, read, or been told to say. So not only am I getting your opinion, and you might be excited and passionate about it, but you ain't never played basketball, not you, but the person telling me the shoe ain't played basketball since the 5th grade. So now you're telling me about these Irisons. Oh man, it's the brand new Irisons, man. Ooh. They have the hexalite technology. Woo. Yeah, I'm like, bro, those shoes are like 10 pounds a piece, man. Like you would know that as a salesman because you telling me everything Reebok told you to say. But me actually having played in these shoes before, me actually having the knowledge of what shoes are heavy and what I know. Oh, nah, man, you know what? You just excited about selling. You excited about the information, but not the actual working of the shoe or of the product.
Who hurt you?
No, what you mean, man? You ain't never.
Because I get what you're saying. You're saying people are too extra at work sometimes. This is you being too extra.
Okay.
You know what? No. I have an example about a coworker being too extra. I have a coworker, you know what I'm saying, that happens to be on a podcast.
Yeah, okay.
And for some reason, they don't know how not to fuck with the soundboard.
Look, man.
They're pressing sounds when they shouldn't be. They're practicing the sound when we're recording instead of practicing the sound on how it fits into the podcast before we start. It's like they got a new toy and don't know when not to use it because they're so extra because they're passionate about sound effects on the pod.
Bruh, look.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Look, man.
Because if they knew how aux cord actually worked, they wouldn't press the button every time.
Look, no, I have okay, so
awkward.
What I was going to say was that.
So yes, I agree. I totally understand what you're saying.
Awkward.
See, when they were building Rome, right? They had ideas about what they wanted to do, but they had, some of the ideas they had to actualize those ideas. So there was a period of when Rome was built when they had a whole bunch of stuff that didn't even work. That somebody was like, "Oh, we're gonna build this city," and like, man, why'd you put this, that, and other? Well, I thought it was gonna work, man, and I had to try it out. That's what this is.
Awkward.
You've been trying out soundboards for 25 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. Every other episode, I go and get me a new soundboard and see. You know what? I'm like, what this soundboard do?
You remember what I told you in episode 24? Count the days, nigga.
Hey, man, look.
Count the days.
Look.
You got about 13 more days. Count them.
I mean, look.
You won't have an ox to play nothing.
See, and then it'll say like on this board, it'll say something. I'm like, that's a good sound. And then you push it, and it'd be like.
So let me ask you a question.
What?
All right. Do you do like what a normal person does?
What?
Pre-production. You say, you know what? I got a couple of sounds I want to add to the production.
Yeah.
Let me see how it sounds.
Yeah.
And press the button. Not while you're actually recording the production, but just in life.
Sometimes you have to take your dick and stick it in the mud, man. You can't always.
You have to what?
Take your dick and stick it in the mud, man. You can't just always.
I don't think that there's any time in life that I'm just going to randomly pull my shit out and stick it in a random place.
I'm
going to calculate where I'm putting my shit.
See what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't even know that mud has a healing factor and a growth serum in it. You know what I'm saying? You be calculating.
You're not talking
about. And
then
somebody else running around here with a 20-inch cock, and you like, oh man.
You're not talking about healing mud. You're talking about random shit.
I'm just saying, sometimes you just gotta throw caution to the wind, man. Sometimes you have to just, All
right. Episode 26. We're not throwing caution into the wind.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm unplug this motherfucker. What's topic number 2?
I thought we were doing video because I've been thinking about topic number 2 for a long time, man. And it's gonna be hard to describe without the visual, but I'm gonna try.
Well, you can save it till
Okay, yeah, I'll save it because this is really you need the video and but I'll talk about it. I'll talk about the premise. There are things that we used to do or that we've done as a society, as people, as individuals, as kids, that it was all the way wrong. But we thought we know no better, so we did that stuff, and we was like, oh man, how you do that? And we did it, and we tried to do it, and we taught each other, and we used to practice doing these things. And then got to 8 years old. It's like, man, that was stupid, man. I can't be a butterfly, or we used to practice trying to fly off a building. Like, okay, man, when I get older and get stronger, I'll be able to fly further to be able. And you realize, man, I can't fly. I had my little cousin and my best friend over here teaching me how to fly for 4 or 5 years, thinking when I got a certain age, then I would actually be able to fly. But I can't fly. This was dumb. I wasted 4 years of my life. And so there's a couple of things that I'm going to show. I'm going to visualize and show with the but they were actually they were like, okay, this is how you do it right there, yeah, all right, and then that's what we're gonna do.
Are you talking about the original like bare knuckle boxers who did?
Yeah, yes. They had coaches. They had coaches.
So let me ask you a question.
They had coaches.
Do you believe in things evolving from what they started at?
I totally agree on that, man. I understand.
So you don't think that like the origins and form of boxing and how they used to box back in the day, and the sport just evolved into better practices and better ways to do it.
But I'm saying
better stances, different fighting styles.
How long would it take me to realize putting my hands by my waist and keeping, and uppercutting all the time wasn't the best form of fighting? Like how many times
But it's a control fight. So that was it was a control fight. So
it's a control fight now.
But that was the standard. And that was the rule. And so rules have changed.
Even
in boxing now, there are rules. You can't you can't strike certain ways.
Yeah, but if we're just on a level of commonality and this, common sense, okay. This is how we're fighting. This is how we're standing. Mm-hmm. These punches are not natural.
Well, you know what happened though, right?
Somebody got knocked out.
No.
What?
You know what really happened?
What happened?
So what really happened was because back then, man, I hate to be the race guy, but back then, what you saw, was like white boxers.
Okay.
And then, they decided to step in the ring with a POC.
Okay.
And we put a little sauce on some shit. So we probably stepped in the ring like, man, what, nigga? Back in my village, we do not do this. We fight it like this. And
because I've seen
somebody got 2-piece fighting like this.
I've seen the
Thank you.
No,
that's what happens.
No. See,
that's what happens.
What I had to do was
that's what happens when you get the free subscription and not buy the app, and then you get a commercial in the middle of you trying to play these bullshit sounds.
That's why I had to go back to the old paper, man. I was trying to do something new, man, but going back to old paper,
it goes back to not experimenting while we're recording.
But
what I'm saying is we put some sauce on it, but everything evolves. So, you're a basketball player,
but I have seen what's his name, Jack Johnson, the first black.
Was he fighting like this too?
Very much so,
because that probably was the rule. But what I'm saying is,
I was just like, no, what you doing? Putting your hands above your head, covering your head. Put your hands below your nipples, man, and swing from your nipples. Okay, keep going.
You're a basketball player, right?
Yeah.
Can you perform the crossover move?
I can.
So, when what's his name, Dr. Naismith?
Yeah.
When he invented basketball, how many people were performing crossover moves?
Very few.
I think
probably none.
So it's an evolution.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Hey, you know what? I probably don't just have to dribble in a straight line on the right side. I probably can switch it up and cross over, use my left hand."
Yeah.
So it's an evolution. Everything has an evolution.
I agree.
It's a start, and then you evolve into what becomes, and you just keep evolving and evolving.
I agree.
Maybe 50 years from now, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you saw how they were boxing."
No, I put our hands above our. We fighting like with our hands.
I mean, I don't know.
Our elbows up or something.
I'm just saying.
Straight down.
I would hope. I'm just evolution, bro. You can't. You gotta give stuff time to evolve.
I'm just
so
saying,
you can't criticize the beginning.
No, I'm gonna criticize the beginning because
you can't criticize.
I have to.
You can't.
You know
because everyone starts from somewhere.
Because I'm thinking to myself like, I agree with you. I'm totally cognizant of the fact that things have a starting point and a growing point, and they get to. But sometimes when you have a starting point, you gotta be like, hold up, I gotta do what? Huh? Hey, coach, you sure I can't shoot with more than one hand? Like the first basketball when they're playing football, it's like, so you want me to go play football and nothing around my face? I can't have nothing on my face to protect my certain things. They got helmets on and maxi pads, man, leather on their head with a whole there's all types of things that at some point somebody's like, you know what, man? Let's try to do something different. Can we do something? Can we please try to do something different? Because this is not working. And I wonder how long it took them to realize that fighting with your fist pointed at yourself is not the best way to defend yourself. And keeping your hands below your nipples.
Evolution. Probably somebody who's more athletic came over and was able to fight a different style, and then it turned into you got to be more athletic to keep up. So I think rugby came before American football, right?
Rugby came.
So since rugby came before American football, that's probably why you didn't have a face mask with the original helmet, because rugby to this day is played without a helmet.
But then I'm saying they had the pads on. So you telling me somebody was like, we're going to put some shoulder pads on to protect your shoulders. We're going to put some thigh pads to protect your thighs. But your face, you good.
It's American football. They didn't have face masks.
We're going to put a helmet on your head to protect your head. We're protecting everything with the thing that, I don't know. I just maybe I just look at things with the open, an inquisitive eye.
I don't think it's inquisitive. It's a judgy eye, bro.
It's not judgy.
Because you got to give stuff time. Like you're literally starting from scratch, something new from an idea.
Yeah.
So you can say the same thing with our podcast.
Yeah.
We started from zero with an idea.
Yeah.
And if some people saw the original a way we tried to record an episode.
Yeah.
Somebody probably sat back and was like, what's wrong with them clowns? What?
No.
Time out. No, listen to what I'm saying. Somebody could have been watching like, what's wrong with them clowns? Like they actually have audio engineering experience. What would make them think that's a good idea? Like
and they would be right. If we did something that was very audio engineering retarded and they made a commentary about that, they would be right.
But we had to evolve.
Yeah,
so
but
that's what
that don't
we
mean
knew.
they're wrong.
That's what we know when we evolved.
Yeah, but that don't mean just because you make a comment about something or you have if you look at it from a point of view and it's not flattering, that doesn't mean you're hating that just means you're stating the obvious. Like why would I go out in the middle of the street butt naked on you know what I'm saying, in a residential neighborhood when I know somebody might call the cops on me? What was you thinking? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, no, I was real hot that day.
That ain't the same though.
I mean, well, why do people do certain things when they know better?
I just think you got to that's the different conversation. We're just talking about the evolution of sports and how it started out and certain like certain techniques. That could have been the rules. Maybe the rules was you had the box like this. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I wonder, I mean, a lot of times, and this is going to fade into the next conversation with Gallo, because I was listening to his pod and he was talking about roller rink or roller derby.
All right.
And how it evolves and how you have different sets of rules, different, and how like as looking back on the rules, like some of the rules are ridiculous and like how does this even come to pass? This don't make sense then. So why does it make sense now? We do things out of tradition sometimes or out of like because it was going already. And it's like, why are we doing that? Like that don't make sense. Like speaking of basketball, the whole taking the charge theory, that's a dumb idea. Like that don't make no sense.
Oh, just standing there to draw offensive foul?
That makes zero sense whatsoever. But we just keep it in there because of tradition. Because like every other rule has been modified. Like, you know what, man? Nah, you can't do this. When Kareem was dunking on everybody, you know what? Y'all can't dunk no more because it's unfair.
And they took dunking out the game, right?
Yeah, for like 2 years.
And they put it back in.
Yeah, because.
So what's your take on the charging foul thing? Because I'm not.
Okay, so
I'm trying to figure it out. I might be wrong.
So charging is when
I know what it is, but I'm saying, what's your take on it?
But that's the only play in basketball when you're not making a play on the ball. As far as when, like, that's the only play when you're on the ball, but you're not making a play on the ball. You're just getting in the way.
Right.
So how is the advantage go to you for getting in the way?
So I thought the whole premise of the rule is you just can't mow down a defender on your way to the basket or whatever. Like you have to maneuver around a set defender without running them over.
But what I'm saying is,
so in theory, if I see you set, I have to just go around.
No, what I'm saying is that if that's the case, but you have a bunch of players or a bunch of coaches that will just run, like you come to the goal.
They teach you to get set straight up, don't jump into them.
But they teach you to run over there and then stop.
Yeah.
So how am I playing the ball? I'm not playing. I'm just running up to a spot to say I was here first. You can't.
You're playing. I guess you're playing a spot on the floor. I don't know.
Exactly. You're not playing the ball. You're playing a spot on the floor.
Yeah.
So how is that? How is that a basketball? Like that's not a basketball play. That's the only the people who will take advantage of that are people who are slower, can't jump as high, people who are not as quick. Because then now your quickness, your jumping is negated. Because now I can just get up under you and just fall, and it's your fault.
We've seen very athletic people take advantage of that rule.
Yeah, and then even that's what I'm saying. So now we're both athletic. So instead of you testing me athletically, you finna get in front of me and just fall.
I guess it's a way to negate the fact that if you're going to the basket and I go straight up, try to block the ball, they're probably still going to call a foul on me. So that kind of gives the defensive player some leverage also.
Well, they're not supposed to. Like if you go to the basket and I jump straight up, it's supposed to be
because if that's the case, then I understand the rule that I have to give you space to come down. But I think it's stupid that you can shoot and kick and flail your legs out in front of me and kick me, and then that's a foul on me.
It shouldn't be. Like I'm saying, like that's another like the common sense of it. And I always felt like what happens a lot of times in sports is that it's not the athlete that's making these rules up.
Well, let me ask you a question. What? Is the rule the problem, or is it the interpretation and the teaching of how the player uses the gray area of the rule?
It's the whole rule.
So my question,
it's the rule.
But my question is, the rule that the player, the rule that the shooter has to have room to come down.
Yeah,
is that a bad rule, or is the problem with that rule the offensive players who take advantage of it and kick their legs out to draw the contact?
The rule is cool to me because you don't want nobody just getting up under you when you kind of are helpless in the air,
right?
But then in the same breath, it's like
no. We're not in the same breath. I'm saying, what's the problem? Is it the rule, or is it the player trying to find a loophole in the rule? What's the problem?
Well, I mean, if anytime you try to bend the rule, then you're wrong. How if it's defense or offense,
you're operating in the gray area.
But
I'm not breaking the rule, but
I'm breaking the rule.
Gray area to it.
I'm breaking if the rule was meant to protect me, right?
Right.
That means I can't go outside that rule. Even if I'm a gun owner. And the rules, I can have a gun, right? Mm-hmm. That don't mean I can go out and shoot people.
It doesn't mean that's not what. You're right.
But
you're correct.
There's a gray area that says that I have a gun, I can shoot, right? But you're expected to follow the rule both ways. You can shoot people to protect yourself,
right?
But you shouldn't go out shooting people, overzealously, and you shouldn't be go out shooting people.
I don't know if that's a good analogy for what we're talking about.
It's the same thing. Like if I'm shooting the ball, I'm supposed to be able to shoot and come down, but I shouldn't be kicking my legs out, going over, extending myself to call. Like I shouldn't be trying to go out to find people to shoot, and I shouldn't be kicking my feet out to, you know what I'm saying? I gotta respect the rule from both sides,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
so let me ask you a question.
What's up?
How does a guy who prides himself on coloring outside the lines operate inside rules like this, saying that you shouldn't take advantage of the gray area when you yourself are an avid gray area
That's not true,
seller? If you're a person who I'm being 100.
I'm being 100 too.
If you're a person who likes to operate outside the lines in the gray area, I don't necessarily do what the man tells me to do because he don't know what's best for me.
Okay, I agree.
All right. How do you criticize the player who takes the rule and they operate in the gray area to be successful?
Because
how is that any different?
The difference is if I'm coloring outside the lines per se, I'm not actually using the gray area. I'm creating my own area. But if I'm trying to work within these rules, like so if I'm coloring and I do decide to color inside the lines, well then judge me by me coloring inside the lines. But if I'm not coloring inside the lines, then don't judge me by those rules you said. Judge me by the rules over here. That either.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
That means that if I make the social agreement to follow your rules, right? Whether it be in life, whether it be coloring, whether it be dancing, rapping, basketball. If I'm saying I'm gonna fall under these set of rules, I'm gonna be in hip hop, I'm gonna be in rock and roll, I'm gonna be in basketball, football. So if I'm being football, I'm gonna be a football player. I've accepted the fact that I'm not gonna be kicking people in the nuts.
So let me ask you a question.
Right?
So let me ask you a question.
No.
If coloring inside the lines in basketball terms is I have to have space to come down.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
If the rule is the shooter has to have space to come down.
Yes.
I'm a shooter.
Yes.
I'm playing within the rules.
Okay.
So I'm going to color inside the lines.
Yeah.
When I shoot, I'm going to go straight up, come straight down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to flail my legs or my arms in the way.
All right.
That's me operating inside the lines.
Yes.
Me operating outside the lines, coloring outside the lines is the rule is I got to be able to come down.
Yeah.
So when I shoot, let me make it appear
As if
I don't have the space to come down.
Yeah.
That's me coloring outside the lines.
That's me trying to.
Is that not me coloring outside the lines?
I would say that's me trying to expand the lines I can color in.
Isn't that the same thing as coloring outside the lines? My whole thing of me saying the whole thing of me saying I don't operate inside the lines is I don't operate and I'm not governing myself by your rules. Yeah. I'm going to bend them and break them if I have to,
but I'm going to
get ahead.
When you say bend them, that's me trying to bend. So
I'm bending the rule by flailing my legs.
Yes,
and I'm probably even breaking the rule to get ahead.
Exactly.
That's all I want. Okay.
So
keep going.
So what I'm saying is that people who, if I want to accept that that's the rule, then when I do what I do, I'm bending or breaking them. But if I'm saying if I come in and be like, man, if I come in and say that's a dumb rule. Like, well, what are you saying? I can't kick my legs. I always kick my legs.
But we've just agreed that it's not a dumb rule. It's for player safety.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I was a person that said it's a dumb rule, then I would be like, how you gonna tell me how far I can kick my legs?
So to go full circle, we agree that it's not the rule, but it's the player's interpretation and how they operate and try to misuse the rule, which is the problem.
No, I'm saying the problem is if the rule doesn't make sense from the jump. Like if the rule has flaws in it from the beginning, I'm not saying that the rules are bad, but the rule has a flaw. Like the charging rule has a flaw in it from the get-go because it's already telling you that we're not doing nothing basketball related right now.
But Boogie, you can find flaws in every rule.
Okay, what's the rule? What's the flaw in the rule with no nut kicking in football? Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, what's the flaw in that rule? Because you're not supposed to, like, when they say hike, you can't just kick a nigga in the nuts and run to the quarterback, right? It's not. That's illegal. Right? Am I right?
I don't know if that's illegal that you can't kick a nigga in the nuts. That's why you wear a cup.
Okay. So the head slap rule in football. You can't just slap somebody in the ear hole and go to the goal.
Man, you don't supposed to.
You can't. You used to be able to. It used to be legal.
Yeah.
Clotheslining
used to be legal.
Yeah, but they changed the rule because, like, you know what? This is man. You gonna.
But for the person who really thinks that I should be able to ear hole someone, if that's possible, in football, if they feel like I should be able to do that, I'm pretty sure they can sit there and find an argument against why I should be able to do it.
And what are the rules? What are the people who write the rules going to say? To Indominica and Sue, what you talking about right now?
Oh, it's the difference between stomping on a nigga nuts when he on the ground.
I'm just saying, like, he's saying, man, I should be able to slap him in the head, stomp him. This is how I play football. You shouldn't be able to govern the way I play football.
Well, we've deemed that slapping someone in the ear hole is not safe. You can bust their eardrum and they can be permanently damaged.
Exactly.
Forever. So that could be the other. Like, all I'm saying is, you can, if you dig deep enough, you can find a flaw in every rule.
What's the flaw in slapping? I'm saying.
I said if you dig deep enough, you can find a flaw in every rule.
Some rules make sense.
That's not the problem. I didn't say that.
But some rules make no sense.
There's some rules that make no sense, but it's good for the game.
How does it make no sense? If it makes
look. I don't write rules,
but you follow rules.
I follow rules. So you can say that I am a rule follower in life.
I'm not too much of that. I mean, I follow rules sometimes. But like some rules don't make sense. I'm like, why am I doing this dumb thing? Why should I follow this rule if I know it doesn't make sense?
You are 100% correct. There is some shit that is rule, and you're like, that's the dumbest shit ever. Why would anyone do that? I ain't doing that bullshit.
Yeah.
And you and we go do the complete opposite. All I'm saying is that you can find a flaw in every rule if you dig deep enough. But I don't think that the charging I don't think charging the rule is a flaw. I just think that the rule has been
bastardized.
Yeah. Same thing with drawing a foul on the offensive side. It's turned into mass flopping. The actual rule is the problem.
So we have El Gallo on the line right now. We were talking about rules. You know, I know we had a different topic we were supposed to talk about, but we were talking about your show and the roller derby and some of the rules and regulations, and that got into a conversation about rules. So we want to ask you.
But wait, Boogie.
What?
Does one El Gallo have a topic he wants to talk about?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Then I think we should talk about his topic.
We can get to it later.
Thank you, man.
Either way, Harry, this is your show. You do what you want.
No, man. I
like this guy. What
Go
you guys
ahead,
say?
go ahead, Boogie. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so with rules, so how often do you think that rules, whether it be in life or in sports, are just ridiculous and don't make sense?
Okay, so particularly in roller derby, there's some rules that don't make sense, and it takes them about 2 to 5 years to like, oh, hey, that doesn't make sense. Let's fix this.
Yeah.
But they're constantly trying to work at it and fix it, right?
Yeah.
Other sports, like I haven't paid attention. I mean, there's some obscure rules in football that, you know, sometimes you don't know unless you just do something stupid.
Yeah.
And the referee has to know the rule to like, okay, call you out.
Yeah.
So as far as needing to change rules, I think the rules should be for the benefit of the game, to make the game more exciting, flow faster, and make sense.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
I
Whereas,
don't know which point y'all were going on, because I know you like to play devil's advocate, even if you like the idea. So,
That's what I'm saying, man. This
You know
guy
what?
here, man. This guy here will debate some shit. He will debate some shit, and then as soon as we get off the pod, he goes and does the exact thing he was debating about.
you know, y'all gonna stop
oh
that
no,
narrative.
I know. I listen to the pod. I'll hear him tell you something, and he's agreeing like 3 episodes earlier. So he just wants to argue. And I get that on one sense that he wants to do that because, you know, you got to have, not conflicting, but like in a debate, you have to have the for and against, right? So
Yeah.
if you do that, it can hopefully bring to light some common ground that someone, okay, if someone was on one side, they can see the other side, and the right side can see the left side, and like, okay, maybe something in the middle makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I think he does it more to be funny rather than to be a dick, although he can be a dick about it. I know JB, I just haven't hung out with him in 20 years.
I just told him, I said that you probably can find a flaw in every rule if you dig deep enough and you want to oppose it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I agree, but moving forward to the subject we talked about hip hop fan bases, man, and who has the biggest and or most loyal fan base?
Birdman
in
head
hip-hop?
rub.
So
And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go first and give the wrong answers, and I'll give you the correct answer at the end.
okay, so
what's the question? What are we looking for?
who has the biggest,
What? Most loyal. My
Most-
question was the most loyal fan base.
loyal fan base? And two
In
names.
hip-hop. It could be a band or an artist, but
Yeah.
specifically hip hop. Which hip hop artist or group has the most loyal fan base?
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go first, Dub.
Oh, why y'all want me to go first?
Okay, I'll go first because I think mine are gonna be the winners. So that's why I don't want to
All
go
right,
first.
so who was yours?
So, the first one I thought about was the Insane Clown Posse. That's the first thing I thought about because I know these dudes is off the chain fanatics.
ICP. That hip hop?
Yeah. They definitely rap. So
Oh, they hip hop.
yeah, they hip hop.
Okay. All right.
And then after that, I thought Wu-Tang. So those are my.
See, Wu-Tang was my number one.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang was my number one, and then Rough Riders was my number 2.
Why? Well, since we both say Wu-Tang, why do you say Wu-Tang?
Man, people love Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang's kind of whack to me. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, man. Wu-Tang, like, if you take,
So is ICP. ICP is kind of whack as well. If you look at just their lyrics and what they're talking about.
yeah,
We're talking
see-
about just a loyal fan base, not about their content.
And I don't know.
Question.
So what-
Exactly.
You do that a lot. You
It-
try to
it's-
make things fit your narrative based on
Exactly.
changing.
Man, I'm glad
Rephrasing
somebody
the
else
question
hears it in this
later and
not just
later.
me.
Hey, no, I pay attention. I've been listening to your pod. I pay attention. I'm like, I just finished your the Dirty Mackin last night. So I'm like maybe a day behind, but I pay attention. So yeah, go ahead and try to rephrase it. But
just so you know,
go
the
ahead.
Dirty Mac was him, not me. So,
Oh, I definitely have Dirty Mac in my life.
but what I'm saying is that to me, loyalty in a fan base is cultivated through action.
But what we're saying is we're not talking about the actual talent.
Yeah. What I'm saying, like, that's like when you see, like
And by the way, you're wrong saying Wu-Tang's whack, but go ahead.
what I'm saying is Wu-Tang is not whack per se, but they're overrated as a like crew. To me, my personal
But
opinion.
what does that have to do with their fan base
So
and their
I'm
fan
like,
base loyalty?
what are y'all so hyped about? Like, you got 3 guys that can really rap, and about 19 guys who just say yeah and son a lot. So why is
the fan base is built on the whole culture, the whole movement of Wu-Tang,
of 3? Oh well,
the whole Staten Island movement, all that shit they had.
Hey,
Inspect the Deck, Meth,
Trash.
Raekwon, Ghostface, the RZA.
Trash.
Oh,
Okay.
ODB.
Oh,
Super trash.
old dirty bastard. What?
Super trash.
Man.
Me and Mariah.
You know what I hope?
Go back like babies and pacifiers.
You know what I hope?
What's that?
I hope that you go take a trip to New York, and
they
I
hear
hope
this.
Ghostface and
Ghostface
and Ugar run up on you and slap the shit out you.
Yo, person, these are old men you talking about. So
You act like you young.
Speaking on that, why did he back out of the getting his ass whooped by a female? I'm sad about that because I'd have paid money.
Oh, because he realized that when I went and found this professional
That's not true.
boxer for him to go spar with, she was gonna put hands on him. He seems to think that he can knock out any female simply because he's a male.
what I'm saying is that not only because I'm a male, but I am an in shape male. I am a cardio king. I am, but I can't win that fight.
When's the last time you've been in a fight? When's the last time you've been in a fight?
Oh, that's a long time.
Jesus.
It's been a while.
And she probably fights every day.
But I do.
Exactly. She trains every day.
I train 3
Now,
to 4
I'm
times
not
a
saying
week.
you couldn't knock her out. What I'm saying is she's got the skill set. She will put you on your ass. She's gonna even if you can keep up with her cardio,
Yeah.
footwork, and all that. You're gonna be juking and jiving trying to avoid her hits. Because you're gonna get 1 or 2 of her hits. You're like, oh shit, she is like a man. It's boxing. The strength and the power comes from the whole body, from the feet on up.
I know.
And most of us are at least squabbing back in the day. I remember back in high school where we would, I mean, not me and you,
Yeah.
but we'd get jumped, we'd get into fights, we'd get into stupid shit, and we just swing our arms like fucking helicopters sometimes, just trying to scare people away until you actually get into more street fights and you learn how to actually defend yourself. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But I'm just saying I can't win that fight. Like let's say she knocks me out in the first 20 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the narrative is like, see, I told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I knock her out in the first 20 seconds. Now I'm the punk that knocked the woman out,
I
right?
don't think they're gonna say that.
No, because she is a boxer that knows the consequences and going into the ring with another man.
Yeah,
It's like that movie Entourage with that Fat Boy and Ronda Rousey, that whole thing
Yeah.
where they got into it, right?
Yeah.
So they're going into with both of you going with your eyes wide open. Now, if it was something you pick a female on the street, or some female from the YMCA or whatever, and you say, okay, let's box, then yeah, you would look like an asshole picking on a female like that. Picking on a female, quote unquote picking, because it's not really picking. It's
Yeah.
I think it's more balanced.
Well, let's
Taking a pro amateur.
well, let's say I go 8 rounds or 4 rounds with her, right? And it's a draw or she wins by decision. I'm still the guy who could not, like, there's no way I can win.
You definitely lost if you go 4 rounds and it's a split decision.
I don't.
The only way you win is by knocking her out, because you claimed you could knock her out.
Yeah, and
That's
then
the only way you win.
And then if I knock her out, then even no matter what happens, there's gonna be contingency of people that be like, man, you hit a girl knocked out.
Nah, I don't, because at that point it's just like the same thing if you're playing a female 1-on-1 on basketball.
Yeah.
It's just too,
You can't
people,
win.
You can't win.
No, if I block her shot 20 times, I'm like, man, she a girl.
No, she said that she was gonna play you.
And then
Y'all
she scores one
on,
time.
on a level playing field.
Watch this. Let's say we have the boxing match, and she gets one good lick off me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all they gonna talk about.
But the other piece is we're not talking about just JB boxing a random female off the street.
Yeah.
Your narrative was
My theory.
that no female can beat you up.
Nah.
I said, JB, Layla Ali will fuck you up.
And
what
what
did you say?
She's 160, man.
Oh, yeah.
Layla Ali will fuck you up.
She's 160, man. I
don't think you go 2 rounds with Layla Ali.
I know for sure I go 2 rounds, if not 3 or 4.
No.
In fact, but however,
I don't know if you make it out of round 1 with Layla Ali.
however it go down, she gotta catch one of my if she Mayweather fast, that's different. I don't think she's not Mayweather fast, man. You know what? I wish all the women boxers the best, man. I'm all for women's sports. I don't want it to sound like I'm degrading or
Nah, you toxic, bro.
but
Man, get back to the hip hop thing.
Okay,
man.
so-
how you gonna call Wu-Tang trash?
Yeah.
People walk around with Wu-Tang Clan tats, bro. Charlamagne
I know,
the God
man.
has a Wu-Tang tat.
yeah, I don't get it, man.
Like they got whole cartoons about Wu-Tang.
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
They have a
bro.
cartoon show.
Man, it's like a whole
Yeah, I
kung
forgot
fu
about that.
movement.
That's right.
I don't. Method Man, Ghostface, sometimes Raekwon. Everybody else, man, can kick rocks for me. I'm like, yeah.
Everyone else can kick rocks.
Method Man, Ghostface, sometimes Raekwon. The rest of them cats can kick rocks.
ODB can kick rocks.
Me and Mariah.
All right, so let me ask you a
Name me
question.
3 ODB songs.
No, fuck that. We're not.
Okay.
We're not doing this jumping off subject. shit.
Exactly.
Explain to me why the talent had to come up for you when we just talked about a fan base.
Oh, because I was just saying, normally when you talk about, for me, when I talk about fan bases and like, you're like, okay, Eminem is talented. And so his talent garners him eyes. The eyes garner him fans.
Oh.
And so you would think that the more talented you are, the more fans you would have.
So you're trying to say that Wu-Tang doesn't have the talent that their fan base shows them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You full of shit.
In my opinion,
you full of shit, and you a hater.
You know what I'm saying? And my opinion is my opinion is only my opinion.
You're right. It's wrong, but
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
It's okay to be wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Opinions can be wrong.
You just gotta understand that you are wrong at some point.
Like who do you? Okay, if I was to say, name me the top 5 groups of all times, would you put Wu-Tang in that top 5?
Got to.
So you saying Wu-Tang?
Hold on, time out, because you do this a lot. This is what I hear a lot. And I don't know if anybody's complained to you, but I need to tell you this: when you say who the best is, you need to specify in that question.
Yeah.
As far as money, as far as platinum records, as far as lyrics, as far as flow, as far as production. Because you say who's the best at this,
yeah,
and then you come off and you got to jump on Kanye's meat all the time because he's the best whatever. And you don't specify whether it's A, B, or C. You say, oh, well, I was talking about this. I was talking about production. I was talking about lyrics. I was talking about flow.
Okay.
So you need to say that in your question.
Okay.
Because then you try to make it to fit your answer.
Yeah.
And then you sound wrong later. So rephrase your question.
Okay. So if I would say,
also, I should have been a lawyer, but go ahead.
lyrically speaking, I wouldn't put Wu-Tang in my top 5.
But you, all right.
I'm
give the environment.
I agree.
Okay. Production wise, I wouldn't give Wu-Tang top 5. As far as MCs, just a group of collective MCs, they might be top 10 groups.
Yes, I agree with that.
So what category do they take over to make them in top 5?
Does movement
showmanship?
Exactly. Showmanship, movement.
Have you been to one of their shows? Have you even seen like a concert of their shows?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't want to.
YouTube or bootleg of their.
I think they're whack. So I agree with you.
Wow, you think Wu-Tang is whack?
Wu-Tang is whack, man. You know.
Oh my god. So who your top 5 then?
Okay, I would say groups.
Yeah, go ahead.
In any order: Ghetto Boys, Bone, Ghetto Boys, Bone, Outkast, Slaughterhouse, and Slaughterhouse is Budden, Royce, one of the best groups ever. And what's the 5th one?
No, I heard Lala House. Sorry.
Oh, Slaughterhouse. Sorry, Slaughterhouse. And who's my
Gotcha.
5th? My 5th might be let's go with Dog Pound. That's my 5. At me. Groups.
What you got, El Galileo? Because I'll let you. I'm gonna go last.
Okay, so top as far as loyal fan base, which is what the original question was.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
2, like.
Who was your 1 again?
Way below, but Insane Clown Posse, ICP, as far as loyal fan base.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang 2nd.
Okay.
Who's the 3rd? Eminem is in there, but I don't know where to put him because he comes up and down. Like he has a fan base and he puts out trash and then he puts out another.
Okay, I agree.
So he kind of fluctuates at like 5.
Yeah.
I would say he fluctuates at 5. Okay, is Jodeci hip hop or R&B?
Jodeci's R&B. Yeah, R&B hip hop.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, so I'd say Jodeci would be 3.
Okay.
So I need one more 4. Where's my 4 at?
So Wu-Tang.
I can't think of a 4.
Jodeci.
Because I was only thinking number 1.
So who's number 1 again?
Insane Clown Posse. As far as loyal fan base.
Lord, gotta be, man.
But see, I don't know too much about their fan base. I know people run around with clown
The Clownies?
shits on the clownies. But I don't know too much about ICP outside of
Okay,
they love fucking weird.
I'll explain why they're number one. Is that they have such a loyal following and such a loyal community that they were described by the FBI as a terrorist gang. They have like their own Pledge of Allegiance. They have their own subculture. Like I could say words that you wouldn't understand, or I could say some stuff that wouldn't make sense to you unless you were a juggalo.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So
So the juggalos are a part of the ICPs?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, it makes sense then.
Yeah.
So the juggalos are the fans. The juggalos and juggalettes are the fans.
Whoa, time out. Juggalos and juggalettes are fans of ICP?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yo, see,
Correct.
I thought ICP just were juggalos. like I thought the juggalos.
They themselves are juggalos as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying I thought the juggalos were. So what came first, the juggalos or ICP?
ICP.
See, I just thought ICP were
Adopted.
juggalos who could rap.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I didn't realize that they started like
They
a
created
whole
the juggalos.
lifestyle, almost like that. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Okay, I see.
That's why I said ICP.
So there's no other band or group on earth. Maybe Deadheads
Yeah.
and possibly Fish fans come close to that, but there's nothing like that in hip hop other than Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Do you know the first time I even knew what a juggalo was or had an experience with that?
How was that?
Killer Mike, man.
Killer Mike?
Killer Mike.
How did explain this?
Oh no! Did you see his Netflix special?
The what was it called?
It was pretty much just a bunch of social experiments.
Yeah. What's
So
it called?
he had, I
I
forgot the name of it, but he was creating a sovereign nation. He bought some land in Georgia.
Yeah.
And so he went and got people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And one of them was Juggalo.
Yeah.
So I just kind of looked into Juggalos because I was like, oh, okay. Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
So I just thought that Juggalos had been a thing almost like the Goth Kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just happened to rap. I didn't know that they started a whole race of people. That's fire, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We should start our own race people, man. Some
They never agree with each other.
So okay. So once again, this is running back. What was your 5 again? ICP, Jodeci, Eminem, and I missed one, right?
I missed 2. Shit, I thought I had.
I thought Wu-Tang was one of yours.
Yeah, it's Wu-Tang, ICP.
Yeah, Wu-Tang was in there. Yeah, that's right.
Wu-Tang, ICP, Jodeci, Eminem.
Eminem.
He was on my list too.
I can't think of my 5. Oh.
I got 5.
If I say something, it's going to be something that pops into my head rather than I can think of, oh, yeah, they got a good fan base. So
my 5 was Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Then my 5, Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
Rough Riders.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go a little left. I'm going to say Dipset.
Dipset? Dipset does have
The Mighty Set.
Yeah.
Right? Then I'm going to roll with Pac fans because they still waiting for him to come back.
This is true. He didn't die. He's in Cuba.
And the last has to be the Beehive.
Beyonce people?
Yeah, because she's a part of hip hop.
Yeah. I guess.
So you got to throw the Beehive in there.
Yeah, they're insane.
You say something bad about Beyonce, they might hop out a tree and stab you.
Man, I've said so many things about Beyonce that was like true. I was like, she didn't write that song. Yes, she did. She inspired the writer to write that song for her. I'm like, what?
Any of y'all met her or anybody else from the Destiny's Child?
We've met. I'm pretty sure we crossed paths. I know we met Solange that one time.
They used to. I saw them when they used to do their singing in the churches when we were teenagers.
Okay, yeah.
But then they started their group and got way too big for that.
Yeah. Although I've always had a thing for Kelly.
But have a conversation. No, like seen them in passing before, but
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be mad at me then if you got a thing for Kelly.
Oh, you used to bone Kelly, man?
Well.
No, not that. No, it might have possibly could have been. Okay, so my cousin is a DJ. He was a DJ for Kiss 98.5 or Kiss 94, whatever Kiss was back in like late 90s when we were in high school, mid 90s. He was a Rush Hour mix DJ, and I would often go to the station, work out there with him, and then go to the clubs with him and just throw his LPs in.
Yeah.
Well, one day he was babysitting them for a Soundwave record signing at Northline back when it was a whole mall.
Damn, Northline Mall.
Actually, no, it was Soundwaves on Cross Timbers, not at the mall.
Yeah, right across the street. Yeah.
Anyway, so they were doing some kind of signing there, right? And my aunt lives across the street from Northline Mall. She lives on a street that's just where Pizza Hut used to be. She lived right the street off of there.
Yeah.
And off of Fulton. So after the signing, he went over to my aunt's house and took him over there. They were going to have dinner or something until their next whatever scheduled thing they had going on.
Wow.
And that day, I just happened to pop in to visit my aunt. And I see these girls in there. And I'm like, bro, you're going to be like this? You're going to bring these groupies here. It's bad enough we got to deal with your girlfriend of the week, every other week. Oh,
Yeah.
I love this girl. I love that girl, blah, blah, blah. And they were laughing. They're laughing at me. And I'm talking shit to them like they're just trash groupies there, just fawning over my cousin.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
right? Because I was a metalhead at the time. I had no idea. I hadn't even heard any of their music.
Yeah.
And so they said, no, we're not a group. We're not groupies. We're a group. We're Destiny's Child. I'm like, wait, groupies name themselves now? Like, I was just ignorant. I had no idea who they were,
Yeah.
what was going on. And so then I'm just trash talking them. And they're like, no, we have a band. We have the song. Or we have a group. We have the song. This is on the radio. I'm like,
Hold on.
You're talking Greek to me. I don't.
Did they say no? Yeah.
No, they
didn't have like a
didn't
moment.
bust out with anything.
Oh, that'd have been funny.
But they're like, yeah, we have this song and that song out on the radio, and we just had a signing. And like, oh, okay, well, good for y'all, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so I pull my cousin to the side, like, hey, what the fuck you bringing these girls here disrespecting my aunt's house, blah, blah, blah. And one of them came up to me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Beyonce, and it wasn't Michelle. I don't know which one it was, but Kelly was still in the living room. I mean, in the kitchen. And they came me and they're like, hey, my girl wants to holler at you. This is her pager number. I'm like, all right, whatever. And I've been paging back and forth. And I was hoping that it wasn't Michelle. Whoever the thickest one was at the time.
Latavia?
Back in 96.
Gotta be Latavia, I think.
I don't know.
Or
like I said, whoever the thickest one was in 96,
yeah,
that's the one I had my eye on. And she's the one that gave me the pager number.
Yeah.
And I thought she was playing it off like, oh, hey, my girl wants to holler at you, but it's really her number.
Yeah.
Was what I was hoping for. And then, paging each other back and forth and playing phone tag and voicemail tag and all this other shit. Finally, I figured out, okay, it was Kelly, the skinny one with the short hair. And we finally decided, okay, fine, let's just schedule a date. We kept back and forth. She had stuff she had to go do out of town. I was being a slut, fucking everything I could. And I just eventually, I don't know if we actually set up a date and I blew it off, or we just lost touch. But I was supposed to have a date with Kelly at one point, 96.
Man, think how your life might have changed.
What? Be a kept man?
No. I'm just saying that.
It wouldn't have lasted long because I'm a slut. I would have fucked around on her. She wouldn't have put up with that.
But that's what I'm saying is.
Or she might not have found out with all the touring. Who knows?
Exactly what I'm saying. But now you're actually slutting with like a whole different set of people though, because you're slutting with Kelly's friends now. You're Hollywood slutting. It's a whole different level of slutting.
But see, at the same time, I could have gone to Yale. I had a chance to go to Phillips Academy, which is like a boarding school that eventually feeds into Yale. Like the acceptance rate is 80-something%, at least back in the 90s when I could have got in.
Yeah.
But I just turned it down because I did a lot of stupid shit when I was young because I was just thinking with my dick instead of my head.
Welcome to the club, man. Thinking with the wrong head. I think I made that mistake several times. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that makes sense, man. Damn, Kelly, man. If she just really gave me a chance, man, it could have been Kelly and JB touring the world, man. We could have been like Ashford and Simpson, like Tina and Ike going around the world singing. You know what I mean?
She wouldn't have had the career she has because you would have fucked it up trying to sing.
No, I should have had it. There hasn't been a tandem guy girl singing duo in like decades. Think about it.
Johnny Marie is the last one I can think of.
I'm saying,
at least in English.
Yeah, man, we would have set the world on fire. Now, just a duet between a guy and a girl is a huge thing, But think about we'd have been a group, Kelly and JB. They call us Jelly, Keb, KB, Jelly. I said Jelly. That's JB and Kelly put together. Jelly. Anyway, man, appreciate the call, Gallo, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Gotta have I gotta pick your brain another time about the roller derby. I listened to your last episode about the things you love and hate about roller derby, and like I think everything you were saying is indicative. Like you said, it sounds like Pop Warner football, and that is really what's like. Yeah. Like that's the culture of sports nowadays. Is like I'll just make my own, and a lot of people who are less than or not as gifted or not elite create their own situations, and now you have whole situations of subpar, athletes competing and telling you they're elite,
thinking they're better than they are.
Yeah, but like, okay, you are good or you do have a skill, but your skill level does not translate to the higher skill levels. But you're trying to make me pay and or relate to you in that way. It's like, no, man, you're average. You're working on getting good. I'm not going to pay good prices.
But even if some cases they are good, but they're not team players.
Yeah.
What good is being able to shoot free throws all day long or threes?
Yeah.
From mid court if you don't know how to pass the ball or coverage or anything.
Yeah.
There's no one single person can't carry a team.
Exactly.
They can try for a while, but they're not gonna win any championships.
We've seen that dynamic several times where you have people like Steph Curry who gets praises for all of his shooting, but in actuality, he has a great team that allows him to do certain things. Like he's a talent in himself, but you don't hear them say, "Oh man, Draymond Green sent 10 or Kevin Looney sent 10 picks." The offense is built for him to not have to play against the hardest. He doesn't have to play defense on the best defender at any time. We'll put this guy on the defender. We're gonna run 25 screens for you, and you can be your best you. Whereas opposed to James Harden, where I gotta do all these things, or other stars have to do more and don't have the same, and that's coaching. That's coaching. That's system, but still, it don't get talked about a lot because we look at the end result and not the. He's giving me the eye right now,
bro. I'm not doing this James Harden bullshit with you no more.
He's just giving me like, how could you say Steph's not a great shooter? He's a great shooter.
I'm not doing this James Harden bullshit with you no more.
Steph Curry is a great shooter, but there's a lot of things that go into his shot that people just don't recognize, and that's some of that is like the team he has. Like they don't go get superstar centers for a reason.
Well, what about now? Because he ain't got nobody on the court with him now.
And they lose a lot.
Is he on his way to the playoffs?
They're in the play-in game right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in actuality, they're like 9th, 10th place.
Is it safe to say he's carried his team to that?
But they changed the rules.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But I'm saying his team wouldn't be in the playoffs if they hadn't changed the rules.
You're right. It's his fault they changed the rules. So if he gets into the playoffs and wins the ring, it should be an asterisk by it because they changed the rules. If
he gets into the playoffs and wins the ring with this team, man, he is the greatest player since Michael Jordan. If. It's a big if, though. That's like saying if we had a foot race that you would win. Like, there's a chance you might win, but there's like so many thousands of factors that have to go into. I'd have to be, maybe shot in the foot or something, tired, running backwards, carrying 50 pounds while eating a hamburger. And then you had a good chance of beating me in a foot race. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. I don't see it. Okay. Maybe if I was dragging,
you see how I'm not even entertaining you trying to bait me. I'm not even entertaining.
Now we can do that if you want to do that debate. You know what I'm saying? We can have a foot race chance.
I'm not even entertaining none of this.
Where the fans can okay, we can bet do I have to give you 10 yards, 15 yards, and a 40-yard dash, or do 20 yards and a 50-yard dash? We can do that. That's a fair comparison. I won't feel no way about beating you in a foot race. And that's not like fighting a girl.
But the difference is I didn't sit here and say that I can beat you running.
But I'm saying
I never said that. I'd never said that I can run faster than JB.
But I'm saying there's a whole lot that would have to go in till you beat me into a race.
But I never said I could.
You could beat me.
No, I never said I could.
But there's circumstances where you can outrun me.
No. The difference between the two situations is You're adamant about no female can beat you.
Yes, because
I never said I could beat you running. Matter of fact, I even agree with you that Aaron 6'1", 305 cannot beat you running.
So how many yards do you need?
I can't beat you running.
If I give you 20 yards in a 50-yard dash.
I never said I could beat you
How
running.
about 30 yards in a 50-yard dash?
I never said I could beat you running.
40 yards in a 50-yard dash.
I never said. I didn't even bring it up. You
I'm
brought
just
this
saying,
up.
but 40 yards.
You are still trying to get out of your ass whooping from a female.
I'm just saying 40 yards. I mean, all you got to do is run 10 yards. And I got to run 50.
I got bad knees, bro.
You can roll 40 yards faster than I can run 50 yards. I
got bad knees.
What
I'm
if
not. I didn't even bring it up.
What if
It's
I
not
run
even a
backwards?
conversation.
What if I run backwards?
It's not even a thing.
What if
I've already conceded to the fact that you can run faster.
What if I wear a weight vest? Oh man!
So
see?
none of your ridicule or jokes are going to bait me into saying we're gonna race on video.
What about?
Because I never said I could run faster than you.
Okay, what about you and Jason?
I can't run faster than anybody.
Come on, man! He got a bad knee.
I can't run faster than anybody.
Oh man. Okay, I challenge Jason to a foot race.
Oh, so you a foot? See, this is really what it is.
What?
You want to challenge Jason to a foot race because you know you run faster than Jason.
Okay, well, you pick somebody I should race then.
I'm gonna pick a female, and you're gonna say you did no female can beat you.
No, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. How long I got to train?
What you mean? How long you got to train? There's no training in this. It's a foot race. You don't need to train.
Is she an athlete?
You don't need to train for a foot race.
Is she an
It
athlete?
doesn't matter what she is.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does, man.
Stop trying to put caveats on stuff.
You gonna get a world renowned track star to try to race me?
I don't know no world renowned track stars.
This guy here, man, he pulls up with Jackie Jordan Curse's little sister or something.
For the record,
Yeah.
you brought all this shit back up. I was minding my business.
You know what? Like I said, bring it on. I'll race her, whoever she is. I'll race her. Bring her on. I'm not scared. That's fair because I ain't got to touch her. You know what I'm saying? Because me using my fist, that's probably one of the more even though I'm probably going to win. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the distance, though. Because I'm like a mid-ranger, maybe a sprinter a little bit. I could probably do 100, but I'm not the fastest. I could probably do a 12 or a 13 and 100. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty fast for a 40-year-old, right? You know what I'm saying? World record.
I don't know how fast a 45-year-old's 100-yard dash is.
Yeah, I think 12, 13.
Oh,
is
so
pretty
you're
fast.
45. You admitted it. Great.
No, I said 40-year-old. I didn't say 45.
Hey, man. What you got next for El Gallo?
Okay, he can't say Gallo because he's American, man. You know,
I can't. I can't. I try, but I don't want to butcher. Gallo.
Sir.
Oh, see?
Okay. Okay. What's the wildest concert moment you've ever seen or been a part of? Like, what's the wildest situation you've ever?
I've only been to like 3 concerts.
Okay, same here.
I can't speak on it. Mine have been really tame. My first one was Martina McBride, and it was either that or Clean the Barracks. So
I don't know who these people are.
Martina McBride is a
there
country
you are,
singer, right?
You're like, what?
She sings country, right? Martina McBride.
Yes.
I've been.
Yeah, it was back when she was a nobody.
Okay.
I think she barely got an album at that time. Her first one.
I've only been like as a audience member to maybe like 2 or 3 concerts myself, but I've been in concerts, like been one of the acts in a concert, or been backstage. So I've seen some wild stuff. I went to see Michael Jackson as a Ute, when he was at the Astrodome with the Victory Tour, and just the actual concert was like wild and crazy. Like literally, he had it came on. First off, he had a juggler to come out there and juggle for like 10 minutes before he even comes on stage. Like he has a warm-up act as a juggler, and he juggled like 100 balls at one time. It was crazy. Like, and not just in the air, like bouncing off the ground. Literally like 100 balls. Like I thought it was fake. And so then like the whole entire the whole entire stage goes dark. 6 monsters come out. Well, no, 6 brothers come out they talk about there were 6 brothers and they were friends or and then monsters came out and 5 monsters come out and eat 5 of the 6 brothers, and the one brother by himself who's covered in, he has a night suit on, ends up killing all the monsters, cutting them in half, and then Randy, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon pop out of the monsters, and Michael is the knight, and they start performing. That's how the show starts. That's crazy. But the craziest part was being in the audience and being in the Astrodome and being like easily 300 or 400 yards away and seeing grown men pass out screaming, "Michael, I love you," and passing out. That was the craziest part. The show was crazy in itself because it was more stuff. Like he has a whole 15-minute or 10-minute breakdancing monologue where he just breakdances for like 10 minutes. Just him on the spotlight, bro. I'm like, man, this dude, is that like, you think it's not a real person because he's breaking so perfectly. Like he's pop locking and breakdancing through. I'm like, this is not real. Like it's outerworldly. But that wasn't as crazy as seeing like grown men just pass out from just seeing this guy sing from 300 yards away. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Uh-oh. What about you, Dub? Crazy concert moments.
That time we opened up for Juvenile in Alexandria, and I drunk so much Hennessy I threw up on the side of the stage before I rapped.
Oh,
because I've been to a couple of concerts, but I mean, I went to the Best of Both Worlds tour. It was dope, but nothing weird happened.
Yeah.
And then I went to a New Edition concert. That was pretty fire.
Yeah.
Nothing weird happened. I seen Scarface at the Essence when they was in Houston that one time.
Yeah.
Nothing weird happened.
I saw South Park Mexican while I was at the show. What was like one of the open acts. This is before.
Well, how big of a concert? Because we've seen like melees happen.
Bro, I'm talking about. Well, yeah, I'm talking about. This is like the height of. This is right before I met y'all, because this is when it was me and Pop actually.
Oh, you was with the Bunny Hop niggas.
The Playboy clique.
There you go.
And so, man, South Park Mexican, man, golly, man, he came late and literally like tongue kissed like 8 women, I mean, like before going on stage, like just, I don't know if they knew him or not, but he walked up and he was just tonguing. I'm like, what? And he goes on stage, does merry-go-round, round and round.
Was SPM? Was he really a good rapper? Because I remember some of the shit I heard, and it was just like,
I mean, he was. I mean, I'm gonna let you get your opinion first.
Didn't he have like a Puff the Magic Dragon song? Am I tripping? Am I off with that?
He had.
Didn't it go like Puff?
No, it was
Puff.
Fiddler on the Roof. That was kind of. I mean, I don't want to say he was good just because he was Latino and I'm Latino. He had some good songs.
Yeah.
But I think he was a little overrated. Like he should have stayed trying to be a regional rapper, build his skills, and then kind of venture out. But he tried to get out with. Baby Bash went out. I mean, everybody under not Swisher House. It was a rap Swisher House.
Swisher, yeah.
Label.
Well, he Dope House. He was on Dope House.
Yeah, he was Dope House.
Yeah.
It was House something. So, he had a lot of good talent under him. I think he had a eye for talent, but him himself, like, he's not as great as some people make him out.
If he didn't have the case, that's one of the biggest what ifs. If he didn't have that case he had with the underage, like, I think he would be iconic right now.
Is he still in jail?
I believe so.
What the fuck happened? So what is he in jail for?
Raping
underage sex.
Underage, it ain't raping, it's having sex. Yeah, statutory rape. Yeah,
I feel like SPM been in jail since I was in high school.
It feels like that. I mean, 30, 40 years,
No, it's been since 03.
Yeah, something like that.
The case started back in 97, 98, I think. Or when they were investigating him. And they couldn't get him for anything that he was doing. I mean, he was doing dirt.
Yeah.
What they finally got him for is he got his wife. They did the math, and his wife was, I think, 15 at the time when she had her kid with him. And even though they were married and whatever, they because I think he started the relationship when she was 13, and he was like 22, 25. I don't know. But I mean, he was definitely beyond that three-year age difference that Texas allows for.
Okay,
Man.
that's weird. All right.
Wow. SPM. Okay, so my opinion on SPM is that Kid Frost was the staple for Latino rap, and when SPM came out, it was just him and Kid Frost. That was it, as far as staples. And then he did have songs with other South Side and Southern rappers. So it was like he was the conduit between the Latino community and Southern hip hop, and they gravitated to him like that. And so, like I said, when I saw him, that was like 01, and he was, like I said, he was headlining concerts, like
No, he was.
He was. It was like Tupac was in the building, man. Like SPM, they loved Dope House Records was the unit, and man, but yeah, it's our wildest concerts, man. Concerts can be wild. Now, as far as stuff that we did at concerts that was wild, I'm not incriminating myself today, but
I don't think we did too much wild shit. But I do remember that show we had in Baytown. We was rapping, and
3-2.
3-2 was the
3-2 was selling X pills upside of the stage during
Whoa. Time out. You saying too much. Stop, FBI agent
No,
Boogie.
but he's not here no more.
FBI
so
agent Boogie. Just stop talking
he's
about
no
whatever you
longer
finna say.
He's no longer
Because you
living.
started to mention people who still alive.
Who 3-2 died?
Hey man, say man.
Oh, okay.
Hey man.
Yeah, but what happened in Baytown?
6ix9ine Boogie. Chill out.
What happened in Baytown?
Takashi Boogie.
What happened in Baytown?
Man, we we did that show out there, and after we got off stage, no, we opened up for Devin.
Oh, okay.
Devin, the dude, never rapped.
No.
Because after we got off stage, we were standing back there by Devin, and
Yeah.
it was like a melee broke out.
Oh man,
Say,
I remember.
man, it's time to go, players.
Yeah.
And we left. You know what I'm saying? And I saw somebody stand on somebody's car,
Yeah.
and they were bashing their car with chairs, and we sitting in the car like,
Yeah.
hey man, we ain't even from here. And they kind of, the mob looked at us like, hey man, who these niggas is? They ain't from our hood.
None of them places look familiar.
Yeah, so the mob kind of turned their attention to us, and we like, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. I could remember that. I remember the melee at Club Phoenix when we were doing crunk songs. And
when our song started the melee.
Yeah, they played
that
a
was
song.
pretty funny.
Yeah, Dallas and Houston got in a huge fight, and so we come back to work the next day bragging about the fight we caused with our music.
That sounds like a you thing, but go ahead.
We were like, yeah, man, they had a huge fight. And then our friend was like, yeah, man, my cousin, man, he got jumped by some Dallas dudes at a club last night. It's like, what? What club is he at? I don't know, man, but he broke his jaw, and ended up being...
Hey, we actually had a crunk song that was called Smash the Gas.
Yes.
We about to start a fight in this bitch.
Okay, that's another one, yes. We had
in the
the parking lot. Anybody got a problem?
Any nigga got a problem.
Anybody got a problem? Take it to the parking lot.
With a Mossberg, baby. I don't talk a lot.
So if you have a problem, we can go to the parking lot and handle it in fisticuffs. But the caveat to us going there, I don't really fight with my hands much. I do have an automatic Mossberg.
I pack a 9 in the club and I don't take it out.
Yep.
In case a nigga got plexed, then I blaze it out.
See, man,
you know what I'm saying?
You're the toxic violent woman. You are the one. Me, I want to talk about women and drugs and being happy, and you want to go to the parking lot with the Mossberg. But yeah, appreciate you, Gallo, man. Sorry to take you on that trip.
Thanks for having me.
That trip down memory lane when Aaron was being toxic. And I was just trying to, make love, not war, man.
All right.
But definitely get back with you, man. I need to get on your pod too, man.
We'll make it happen. Let me know when you're free.
All right, that's a bet, man. That's the world-renowned El Gallo, the king of roller ring. Why could you call it roller ring? Of roller derby. The king, the rule rearranger. I don't know. I'm having a word problem today. I can't say nothing right today. All my words.
How many shots you got in you already?
I haven't. That's the thing. Maybe I need to drink.
We're not even drinking.
I haven't even had a sip. I'm drinking Coke.
What?
That's what I said. You know,
You're just faming the name of your pod now.
Yeah, man. You know, I think this one is like 16 and a half
That's it.
mentions. Yeah, yes. I think it's funny. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, how you gonna unplug
See,
El
this is- man,
Gallo?
yeah, man. So on that note, man, I'm gonna bid you adieu, and we'll do this again,
All
man.
right, bro. You take care, Doug. Nice talking to you again, and keep him in check. Don't
I'm
let
gonna
him-
try. Hey man, it's hard work.
Question
It's hard
that you
work,
make
but
him
somebody
define
got to
it.
do it, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man,
I
I'm
know.
gonna get. Oh my god. All
Did
right.
You stole the soundboard. Did you already steal the soundboard from him, or
I'm
still
giving
kinda
them.
up in
I'm
the
giving them one more week, man, and then it's over.
air? All right, man. Y'all take care. Good listening to y'all, and I'll keep up with your pod. Y'all take care.
All right,
All
same
right, man.
here. All right, bye. El Gallo, man, the great El Gallo, man.
All right, man. We almost out of here, bro. But we finna have a real H-Town conversation. So our fan base that ain't from Houston,
They gonna hate this
I
one.
don't. Nah, they ain't gonna hate it, but I don't know if they can relate.
I mean, players can relate to player stuff, but it don't matter where you're at. If you're a player,
Man,
you're a player from
let
the
me tell you
Himalaya.
something. There's a lot of haters out here in these H-Town streets.
I agree.
Starting with HPD and residents of West U and Bel Air.
What happened with Bel Air? Why I gotta go through that sometimes, man. So why you going?
Now I don't know who the chief hater is,
Yeah.
but and I don't know how true this is. I be reading shit on Twitter and Reddit and shit like that.
Okay.
So some came across my timeline
All
and
right.
it's talking about how I know for a while they've been trying to outlaw the swingers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like the G4, I don't know what G they on by now. I know they got like Gorilla Pokes, this is beyond Super Poke.
Yeah.
Super Pokes used to be, a little longer than the foes. And then they got some shit that's literally in a nigga lane.
Yeah.
To me, them shits is stupid as hell.
I agree.
But I don't, I'm an original 83, 84 swinger type guy.
Okay.
Super Poke, now when they start coming out with these Gorilla Pokes and G4s and G8s, and
That's just ridiculousness.
it's
man.
ridiculous, bro. First off, the shit looks stupid. Secondly, they be having them shits on like anything.
On
anything.
Dodge Intrepids. Intrepids.
Challenges with swingers, I hate it. But like I said, I'm an 83, 84 kind of guy. Anything after the foes, I think you're tripping, but whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently that there's gonna be a new law that makes them illegal if your wheels stick out further than your mirrors.
Yeah, that makes sense though, man.
Perfect sense, bro.
Yeah,
because some of this shit was just fucking ridiculous.
See what I'm saying? And this go back to the original conversation. There are some laws or some rules that make sense, and some make no sense. Like, how could I not have that law? How come you can't have a tire that poke out past your? Like, that's a good common sense law.
I mean, some states have that, we in Texas, so everybody got lifted truck with these wide ass tires. In some states, you can't have that shit. Like, you have to have like a certain fender spacing or whatever.
It makes
I'm
sense.
probably not saying the exact law.
Yeah, but I'm saying that makes good. Like, somebody said around, like, you know what, man? If the person's tires stick out further than their window, whatever they call
The mirrors?
window mirrors, yeah, then they're probably gonna be hazardous to somebody else. So let's just put a law to say, you know what, this is the standard. We don't want your car wheels sticking out further.
So my question to you is: are we gonna start seeing slabs with truck tow mirrors on them?
Oh man, so they're gonna have them big long. Oh man,
Hold up, bro. I don't
that would
know.
be smart though.
The slab community might be a little upset.
Man, the Slack community, man, needs to
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay,
Don't say that.
I ain't gonna say that because I might need one of them on the show one of these days.
But that's a real H-Town problem to have. And it's funny. Have you ever especially now that Houston is and that's the other piece. Houston's like a melting pot of people coming from everywhere. Californian people, New Yorkers are coming here. Are they fucking up Texas, bro? Because H-Town is H-Town, man. Don't come down here and telling us what to do with our swingers, even though some of them shits is ridiculous.
I think that I heard this same question, and it was posed to Bosco 100. He's a California blogger / Crip or something, whatever. And he was saying that the internet is kind of destroying the originality in the hood, because people are just like you would go to California and they had their own lingo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You had in Texas, same thing, Chicago. But like with the internet, everybody sees something, and now it's across the board. So he's like, I had never heard of a 30 clip until Chief Keef. Then next thing I know, I seen the song and the video. Now everybody got a 30 clip. People in LA, you know what I'm saying? People in New York, everybody got the 30 clip because of Chief Keef or whatever. And so
I didn't even know. Is there like a real thing?
Yeah, you never seen extendos?
Oh, I got a couple of them.
Oh, no, have you seen the extendos? Like they have them so long to like this, like where it's 4 and 5 feet or 2 and 3 feet long, you know what I'm saying, on a handgun. You know, and you don't need that, you know.
I'll show you after the podcast.
But and he said like that's the direct derivative of Chief Keef. Like he's like, I've been gangbanging in LA since birth. Never seen that before. That song comes out, everybody gotta have one. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, like I think that the good thing about the internet or people moving to Texas is that you don't have one perspective all the time. You got the more diverse your perspective, the better it is, I think. In any situation, like if I'm in Texas and all I have is Texas ways, Texas thoughts, then when I go somewhere else, they're gonna be like, "That's all you know? Oh man, what about this, that, and the other?" But if I have people coming into Texas from California, from New York, from Chicago, from wherever, we can melt and pot that thing, and they can take on our culture. We can take on some of their cultures, and some of the crazy things that we do, we can be like, they can look at it like, "Nah, that don't make sense," and vice versa. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with it. Come out to Houston. Let's make this thing better.
Nah, they need to keep their ass out the city. They fucking up traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Fucking up, gentrifying our communities.
Traffic is only bad like from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And then,
Nah. It used to be like that. It used to be a time where you could move around the city after like rush hour. So like after about 9:45 when everybody at work.
Yeah.
You can, go from one side of the city to the other in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Nah, it'd be like, I'm thinking I'm finna move around before traffic get, bad on an off day.
Yeah.
So I hit the freeway at 11:30, 12. Nigga, it's like 5 o'clock traffic.
Man, the freeways, and they keep fixing them too, man. They keep.
You seen the sinkhole on 28?
No.
I think it's
the new one? Yeah.
The new part that go under that still floods. I never understood it. I thought you were trying to fix flooding.
Yeah.
We're really talking about H-Town problems right now.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to fix flooding. And instead of fixing like the floodplain, you just make a better
new one. Yeah.
You just make a better highway that's going to still be underwater.
Yeah, it made a slicker way for the water to collect. Like, oh, yeah. But, hey, they know better than we do sometimes, That's what they say. Whatever.
What else you got on the docket before we get out of here, man?
Man, this is a tough one right here. This is a tough one. Can you name, since we're in H-Town, who are your top 5 H-Town sports icons?
Top 5?
Yeah, I got one that's going to blow your mind, but keep going.
Earl Campbell got to be one.
Okay, he's not from H-Town, but he played for H-Town, so I get that.
No. So are you saying from H-Town
or played?
H-Town sports period?
H-Town sports period. You're right. Earl Campbell works, yeah.
So Earl Campbell's Earl's one.
Earl.
Dream got to be, and there's no order.
No order. Okay. Elijah
Dream.
Unstoppable.
When I say there's no order for me, Earl and Dream ain't no order.
Yeah.
All right. After that, you know what I'm saying? You got to throw Warren Moon in there, I think.
Warren Moon, yeah.
All right.
Beating on his wife in the middle of the night, getting caught on TV, but he's still.
Damn, you a hater, bro.
That's what happened, man.
But we're not talking about none of that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Warren Moon.
Fourth, I'm gonna roll with one of the Astros, and it has to be like my era.
Yeah.
And see, I don't think we can claim Nolan Ryan because he wasn't just in an Astros uniform in his prime.
He was. He just left in his prime too. He got mad at Drake or at the owner and left in his prime too.
I don't think we can.
He wanted to stay.
I don't know if we can claim Nolan Ryan.
Okay.
I don't want to go with like an Altuve's too current.
Yeah.
Got to go with Jeff Bagwell.
The Bags. I would say Bags and Bish together as one person.
See, and that's the problem because the last 2 spots probably should be Bagwell and Bish.
Well, I'm saying they could be one person that they together. They
why are they one person?
Because they linked together. It's like Elijah Vaughn and Rudy T. Man, they together, bro.
And see, I feel like I'm leaving out some people because with 4, I'm picking one. Because 4, it got to be Bagwell.
Okay.
Now my 5th one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how controversial this might be.
Okay. If you say her, I think you're gonna say I'm gonna be upset because I was gonna say this person, but keep going.
I feel like you know exactly who I'm gonna say, but I gotta not say that person because that's like Santa Claus for you.
Who?
Well, you know who I'm.
Oh, you gonna say Cal? No, you can say him. I gonna say somebody. Cal Murphy.
Well, I'm gonna say Cal Murphy.
Okay.
Simply because he was a great player,
Yeah.
and then like the staple that he put into the city after his playing days with the band and all that shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's still on TV being an announcer.
Yeah.
For our great Rockets.
I ain't gonna even say nothing about Cal Murphy.
I mean, I get it, but it's Calvin Murphy. Everybody know Calvin Murphy.
I ain't gonna say nothing about Calvin Murphy, man. I for 100,000 reasons am not allowed to say anything about Calvin.
You're not. Look. We're not talking about any like off the field.
I'm not allowed to say anything about Calvin
anything.
Murphy. I'm not allowed to
I'm
say
just talking about pure impact of playing in the city and all that shit.
Okay. So my five.
I feel like I left some people off though.
Okay, my five, Elijah Wan.
All
right. I'm gonna say Aaron McNair because even though we did have Moon, we got him from like as a rookie.
But I feel like we only had Steve McNair 2 seasons, if that.
We had like 3, 2 or 3. But
it was like 2.
But
literally, he started a year, and we was like, "Damn, we got a quarterback," and they moved to Tennessee.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll go Moon then. Moon. Okay, more Moon. All right. I'm gonna go Bagwell. Bagwell. So I said Dream, Moon, Bagwell.
Right.
I gotta go with Super Cooper.
Alvin Cooper. I mean,
Cynthia Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper.
I gotta put Cynthia Cooper.
I can see that.
All right. And my fifth is the one I thought you were gonna say. I'm gonna go Booker T, man. Booker T, man, he's one of the greatest.
1/2 of the Harlem Heat.
Yeah, man, he's probably the greatest Houston wrestler, man. That you know.
What time out? Don't you got to roll with Undertaker?
Nah.
What?
Undertaker, man, was kind of. I mean, he had the greatest persona as well and story, whatever. Like as far as in the wrestling, but actually doing wrestling stuff. Nah, Booker T way better than Undertaker. Like. He was slow. He wasn't agile. He just had a throwed ass concept behind him, man.
I mean, ain't he like damn near legit 7 feet though?
But could he flip? Like, did he have a throwed ass finishing move?
Chokeslam is always throw.
I mean, it's like everybody chokeslam.
And then the tombstone too, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Then that tombstone.
But it all runs with it was so hard because he's the Undertaker and he's with tombstone. You know what I'm saying? But
all right. So what are our criteria though?
The criteria are like. Their ability to wrestle.
Okay.
Their ability to, hype the crowd.
Okay.
Their persona.
Okay. And
their longevity.
Well, I think Taker has Booker T beating everything except for one.
What?
The athleticism.
I think which kind of had a personality?
Who?
The Undertaker.
He was the Undertaker.
Exactly.
Like, niggas wanted to be the dead man for real. More people wanted to be the dead man than to be a part of Harlem Heat. And I'm not hating on Booker T because I like Booker T.
Why you keep bringing up Harlem Heat though, man? Harlem Heat was that was like the early,
Because outside of Harlem Heat, the only other thing that people know Booker T for is Queen Charmel screaming King Booker and the Spinneroonie.
And he called Hulk Hogan a nigga. That was nigga. I'm gonna get you, Hulk Hogan nigga. Oh.
But I'm saying
that's what I'm saying,
and I'm not taking anything away from Booker T.
Kind of hating on Booker T, right?
Nah, because on some real shit,
like
Booker T took his wrestling career, came back to the city
exactly,
and opened up a wrestling a wrestling gym, and he has like his own little wrestling league. I don't know if he still do it, but he had the wrestling league. Where if you wanted to train to be a wrestler or a referee, like you could go through his school.
That's what I'm saying,
and then you kind of like had a pipeline to WWE if you was good enough.
Man.
But what I'm saying,
he has a show right now on.
But if we're going by the criteria that you spoke of,
that was just. That was just.
I think Taker hits more. He's better at more of those categories than Booker T is.
I'm not gonna say that he's not. I'm not. All I'm gonna say is I'm going with the brother. You can say who you want to go with.
Oh, see,
you know what I'm saying?
Now you throw a caveat.
I'm just saying what I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying that I'm gonna go with the brother. That's
who are some people you think you left off the list though?
I mean, Kim Perot is up there.
Kim Perot. That's the young lady who died of cancer. Right?
Yeah. The little bitty flipping broad. What's her name? Dominique Dawes is up there.
Damn, you toxic. You hate all black queens, don't you?
I said the little bitty flipping broad. How is that bad? I could think
you
of her
can't
name.
call her broad, bro. Call
I'm
her
sorry.
The gymnast from Houston.
The little flipping lady. Her and Marilyn Redden, like that's why I couldn't put her on that.
What about the chick, the recent chick though?
Who?
The young lady who just came out.
Oh yeah. Not that the other one too. Yeah, what's her name? That's how I was thinking of.
I don't know name.
Yeah, but her too. See what I'm saying?
Just Simone
Biles.
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles.
But you calling them random broads though? Gotcha.
I didn't say random broads.
No. I got you. Go ahead.
I didn't say random broads.
King Toxic over here. Toxic Avenger. Man, you might as well be Kevin Samuels' homeboy.
Hold on. I called you Toxic Avenger first.
You matter of fact, you
can't call me when I called you.
You probably subscribe to Kevin Samuels right now.
No, I didn't bring him up purposely because I want to see how far this Doctors Umar and Kevin Samuels beef goes because they are exchanging
Prince
words.
Pan Africa.
Yeah, they are exchanging words and beefing, and I'm still enjoying it.
Where my donations at?
Yeah. I don't know where the brother said he had a whole school, but it ain't been built yet. That's very, very, the way they are beefing is the way we should always beef, man. They are so complimentary of each other. And so,
all right. So look, next pod, we having video. Me and you.
Yeah.
I want us.
We're gonna arm wrestle?
No. We ain't gonna arm
okay.
wrestle. I want to.
I'm working out.
I want us to have a play-by-play analysis of Kevin Samuels.
Okay, so I haven't studied Kevin Samuels. I listened to his show. The only time I listened to his show really, or listened, is when he was doing I saw the clips of him embarrassing women, and I thought that was just the funniest thing in the world.
Oh, that shit is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? And them like, but I'm okay. You average at best, baby.
You built like a running back.
Yeah.
How much you weigh? How tall are you?
Yeah, that's
cold.
Barry
Sanders.
That's cold. That's cold bleed, bro. That's cold. That's cold.
Did you hear him on the JBP? The Joe Budden podcast.
I saw some of it, but I didn't see the whole thing.
It was funny. It was Joe trying to dance around being toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that we got to be so? Never mind. I ain't bringing it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I can understand how it feels to be toxic, but not want to admit your toxicity.
Well, you fucking ding thing.
Man, it's been tripping.
If I said toxicity.
I'm ding. I'll give you one because you got the first off. You have the.
You're right, bro.
You know what I'm saying. Secondly, I've been having problems. I ain't dinged all day, man.
Pause.
You know what?
Sounds plausible.
You know what? It's because you know what it is.
What?
It was something I forgot what happened. Oh, it's because we didn't drink, man. Everything's good. We didn't drink, man.
So you're saying the show flows better when we're drunk? Because at this point in the show, we slurring our words.
And then I thought I was going to. But I mean, I don't know. But no. Yeah, man, I think because Joe Budden has been King Toxic for a long time. Like I was always an admirer of Joe Budden and his toxicity. We have a listener who is a wordsmith per se, and when we get words wrong, I get a text about the words we said wrong.
So who gets the words wrong more, me or you?
I mean, I think they feel more comfortable correcting me, but
I'm just asking who do they say?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you one of the words I got today. This one of the words I got.
What's one of the words? Then we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, it was the word was unrequited.
Who?
Unrequited.
You tried to pull that off? I don't even know what that means, bro.
I mean, yeah.
So I never would try to pull that off.
That's one of the words.
What does it mean?
Unrequited. Oh, so it was. That's the word all boys pronouncing. Okay, whatever. But I don't know. But
what was it again?
Unrequited.
I probably was drunk and was just slurring some shit.
Yeah, or maybe
I don't even know what that means. So I don't even know why I would be trying to say. What's that again?
Unrequited.
Tell your friend.
Yes.
I don't know what unrequited. What is it?
Unrequited.
Can't even say that shit. I don't know what it means. I probably was drunk. My bad.
It might have been me. I don't know.
Nah, she said old boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or, never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
But yeah, so.
Hey, at me, man. Next time, I'll be telling Boog about me.
At
you
him.
You got beef, nigga, at me.
Add 16 shots.
16 shots. Podcast.
Which also, Another thing, I'm making a playlist of all the songs. I've already made it. So if you go on Tidal and look up 16 Shots.
I don't fuck with Tidal.
Oh, well, if the people who mess with Tidal, you know, could go on the Tidal and look and see 16 Pods.
You know what, bro? Matter of fact, we're gonna put playlist on the web page.
Okay.
So we'll start, weekly having a playlist of the week that listeners can check it out.
All right, and what I did was just I put a playlist of all the songs we played so far, intro songs. So I think it looks pretty. Of course, the first song. Just check it out. You can go and check it out. 16 Shots Podcast. It's on Tidal.
All right. So bet next podcast, Kevin Samuels deep dive.
Deep dive on Kevin Samuels.
Pause. Deep dive on Kevin Samuels. Pause.
Pause.
Is he really good for the culture?
We ain't have no when brothers go too far.
Yeah, we'll pick up Brothers Go Too Far next pod. So hey man, it's been fun.
Yeah. I need
16 Shots Pod.
Invincible, man. Check that out, man.
Invincible. Hey, so next pod, Kevin Samuels deep dive pause, and we're gonna explore Amazon Prime's Invincible.
There we go.
Season 1 reactions. And why is everybody telling me fuck them kids?
Fuck them kids.
We'll let you guys know on Wednesday.
Pow, pow, bang.
This has been 16 Shots Podcast with one young James Boogie Bin Laden, one A-Dub, a.k.a. Casino Cash, episode 25. Check us out, man, on everywhere you get your podcast from.
Got them shirts too.
Yeah, we got some merch. Too. We finna start throwing them on the
website.
You gonna be the t-shirt model? Or do
yeah, I got a couple. I got 3 models already. So
no, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? No, they just regular people, bro. We had the winner. Remember the winner from last week?
Did you get her shit?
I did. She gonna model the shirt.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? 16 Shots Pod, man. We out.
You know what I'm saying? We just on this H-Town, Texas shit. That's all. That's it.
Daddy Houston.
I'm in the Cadillac with my bling on, pinky ring on, my whole team on, and we on it strong. I'm talking King Kong. Spit game so cold, I need a mink on. Rest in peace to the parking lot. It's a $250,000 sitting in my parking spot. Grew up on that cash money, so I stun a lot. This my Sunday car, this ain't the only one I got. Say lil' mama, come roll with a real nigga. Roll a fatty while you roll with a real nigga. Hit her all night, next day still with her. If you can roll a good J, I can chill with you. Thugger, rest in peace to the parking lot. It's a $250,000 sitting in my parking spot. Grew up on that cash money, so I stun a lot. This my Sunday car, this ain't the only one I got. Rest in peace to the parking lot. This the cleanest slab sitting in my parking spot. Grew up on the SUC, so I swing a lot. This my Sunday car, this ain't the only slab I got.
Rest in peace to the parking lot. Texting wild wheels, partner, I don't ride stop. Bass knock, banging, screw, chop, 2 pop. If you think I'm thinking about you, I think not. Fresh fit, fresh kicks, and a fat knot. Panoramic roof, open to air out the pot. Wood grain matching, rolling, no tick-tock. Full of rocks, and you can bet that I keep the Glock. With one cock, so keep my name out your jack and plot. When you riding clean, all the boppers bound to fly. And when you killing boys, guaranteed the haters not. If you looking for me, I'll be dripping candy with the trunk pop. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the parking lot. It's a $250,000 sitting in my parking spot. Grew up on that cash money, so I stun a lot. This my Sunday car, this ain't the only one I got. Rest in peace to the parking lot. It's a candy slab sitting in my parking spot. Grew up on that SUC, so I swang a lot. This my Friday car, this ain't the only one I got. No, I'm talking about one time for them slab riders, flipping through the motherfucking city looking good. Keep swinging.